Welcome to the Goods from the Woods. My name is Rivers Langley.
I'm Sam Harder.
And no Carter today, but never fear, we've got two incredible guests. First up, the Jedi Master of cinema and one of our all-time favorite guests. It's our friend, the very sunburned
Seth Pomeroy. He means I'm a nerd, folks.
No,
He's trying to say
come
nerd
on.
shit.
No.
I'll fucking out-nerd everyone in this room about cinema.
No, come on, go follow Seth's first
No, you
impression.
won't.
Yes, please do.
Yeah.
Follow.
When's the last time you watched a movie? Just kidding. I know it was probably like earlier
It's
today.
been too long. It's painful. It's been too long. I watched some video essays, but I haven't. I'm just joking.
And joining us again for the first time in entirely too damn long, he is the pride of Wear a Mass and one of my oldest friends in L.A. It's our friend,
George Coffey.
George Coffey. Welcome back to Disgraceland. Your former domain lived right on the other side of that wall for many, many years.
Yeah.
What's changed? Anything different?
Oh, there's a little bit more gum on the floor of the hallway. I noticed that.
Yeah, we love popping bubbles over
And
here.
the fire alarm is back up and running. So
Yes.
that's good. I'm glad you got that.
Yeah, I think that was towards the end of the Coffey administration. They
Yeah.
just deactivated the fire alarm because
Put
who
bricks in
needs
front
it?
of the doors and call it a day.
Yeah, why would you need such a thing? Well, shit, guys, I just want to start this off by saying if you're watching this, instead of just listening to it, it's because you're following us on the Patreon. And if you're watching this, you're watching it on YouTube. And if you are not subscribed to us on YouTube, you know, we don't usually do stuff like this, but I feel like this is the time.
We need you to smash the
Yes,
sub
smash.
button.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
That's the only appropriate
use the
level
terminology.
of pressing.
Yeah. We need you to karate chop the subscribe button on YouTube if you've not done so already. And there's something in it for you. So
You're supposed to hit the bell, too, I think they said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bell.
Turn on all
That's right.
notifications.
Yeah. Set
As you will. That actually is a good idea because you will get notified when we go live.
That's
on
right.
Thursdays.
Yeah,
and you need that in your life.
That's right. We do have our live stream on Thursdays, and we put up clips all the time. There's lots of good stuff in it for you. But in this case, we are trying to reach, I think, 2,000 subscribers, so we can actually monetize the channel, and we're like 200 away. So even if your significant other doesn't listen to the show, just grab their phone and go to their YouTube app and subscribe if you're already subscribed.
Smash.
Yeah, and read their
Smash it.
texts. Read their text messages.
Yeah.
Make sure they're not talking to you.
Hack their phone.
Look at their internet history.
Yeah.
Just take their phone.
But if you're not subscribed already and you do so, I'm going to say in the next 2 weeks. So 2 weeks from today that we're recording, June 12th. On June 12th, I'm going to pick a random person. If you just subscribe, send me a screenshot. Tell me you subscribed. I'm at Rivers Langley on everything. I'm easy to find. And I'll pick a random person, and you're going to get a Goods from the Woods t-shirt from the good folks at ProWrestlingTees.com.
Wow.
I'll send you a
That
bunch
could
of
have
stickers.
My face on it
pretty good.
potentially.
That's right. You get to pick out whichever one you want. I'm going to send you a bunch of stickers. You're going to get a brand new, still in the package, John Michael Bond Comedy Tour 2024 koozie,
Nice.
which has a picture of, I believe it's a horse on it, and it says, "I saw John Michael Bond during a difficult time in his life" on it.
Okay.
So very funny. You're going to get that. Not one, but two kiwi, guava, lime, Celsius powder packets.
Kiwi lime cocaine.
Our controversial item.
That's right. And last but not least, you will be receiving 81 cents worth of Qatari Rials that some dickhead dumped in the bucket at Comedy in English. And
What country is that for?
Qatar.
Whoa, so that's actually might be worth money.
It is worth 81 American cents. So you got that. But not to be outdone, here comes Turkey. You're getting 200 Turkish lira, which is worth $6.20 for a grand total.
Wait, what? I want that.
$7.01.
One
Pretty
person
good.
gets all this?
Wait a minute.
One
I
person
got
makes
the
$7 on it?
I got the Venmo for the show payment, and it was $6. So we're giving away more money than I fucking made. Are you fucking kidding me?
So entrepreneurs. You guys are entrepreneurs
If
now.
Sam doesn't steal the 200 Turkish lira, I'll send it. But now that's up in question. But at any rate, you're getting a good deal. So subscribe to us on YouTube.
We'll send you a dollar bill that's been in a stripper's butt crack.
Yeah,
sound?
you get your choice: either 200 Turkish lira or one stripper sweat dollar.
Seth will make you a cameo.
Yeah.
If anything's
yeah.
going on, if you have a
wa-
birthday or anything.
I'll watch some of your home movies and I'll review them. I'll tell you what I think about
No,
them,
you have to
editing wise,
pay- you have to pay
storytelling wise.
extra for that.
Yeah, I didn't really know who that old guy was. He showed up, he came in, but they didn't really make any statements about
Just
him.
being
It's
like,
kinda-
this kid doesn't want this fucking baseball game enough.
I'm going to criticize the shit out of your child.
Hustle, son. You're not running
Have you
fast
guys
enough.
ever seen a cameo before?
I don't know.
It's just somebody being like, "Yo, I heard somebody told me it was your birthday
You're
today."
like, hey man, I hope you're doing okay. Life's beautiful. Just remember, at the end of the
Just
day,
remember, this cost your wife $180.
Yeah.
30 seconds of me talking.
Yeah,
to
and
you.
I'm Nick Hexum for 311. Bye.
Heard you're a big fan. Thank you.
No, I did. So I was like making fun of 311 really hard, and I was like, I'm gonna look at their cameos. Nick Hexum's on cameo. This will be hilarious. He's a stoned idiot. So I'm like clicking around,
God.
and he was like the nicest guy in the world.
I know.
And they're like 25-minute long videos where he's like, I hear you're into books, man. You know, when I first got into reading, I wasn't kind of an author or person, but
love into it.
I mean, it was like really spending time. I was like, God damn.
Well, you can actually, if you see a cameo, you can tell which guys legitimately care about, like, you know, wanting to give their fans something special, and which
For
guys
sure.
are like, I'm trying to pocket $60.
The Bam Margera.
Shouting out D-Town Jewelry. You got to go there.
Yeah, exactly.
What's up? It's Bam Margera, and you're listening to the Goods from the Woods podcast crew. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So anyway, subscribe, do the damn
Smash
thing.
it.
Smash it.
Smash
your
What,
button.
what were we talking about?
We're talking about money.
We got
making
lost in
money.
that.
That's all
Yeah.
we care about, L.A.
No, we were talking about Seth critiquing home movies,
right.
which I do think is a hilarious idea.
Look, I'll tell
Whatever.
you.
This person made $7. They can get critique.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
come on.
they're getting fucking roasted.
Yeah, that's right. I'll be really cruel.
What do people still take family movies? It's just clips online now, right?
It's just on your phone, and then when you get a new phone,
Everyone
they
just takes
disappear.
clips.
Yeah,
It's all
yeah.
vertical now.
Family clips.
Yes, exactly.
Look at that baby, huh?
Yep.
Anything else going on in your life? No, fucking boring.
Yeah.
This doesn't tell any story
No.
at all.
Where's the cinema verite? Fly on the wall. I'd like to just experience your childhood, not just get little clips.
We got
of
a couple reels of you as a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there is a video of me playing soccer when I was like 4, and it's just my parents roasting me because I'm not actually playing. I'm seated on the ground picking flowers, and it's just my
They're throwing
parents.
the ball at your head.
They're just laughing their ass off. They're like, I don't think he's going to be an athlete.
That's I don't know. That's the funny part of home movies that doesn't happen today, because you don't like start and stop the camera constantly on those old home
No,
movies.
they
It's
just-
just
No,
a-
you just do
so
it.
yeah, so you get the cute
Immersive.
moments where the kids are running around, but then also you get a pan over and like drunk uncle is scratching his balls or
Yeah,
something.
oh, yeah.
and, everyone- and that becomes the thing you watch the video for.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
For
here
the
we
pan.
go.
Yeah.
And yeah, we don't get a lot of that anymore. You don't get the families. Let me tell you something. Start a live stream.
Get-
you
Yeah,
can keep
that's
it
right.
private even.
Get a
but
camcorder is the thing.
Yeah,
You're going
exactly.
to need a dedicated device.
We get into
You need a
analog
vintage
media.
device.
yeah.
Get on eBay.
You're gonna need a lot of adapter cables to get
that's all.
this to work.
Some kind of a base station.
The camera that my mom had was not a handheld camcorder. It literally had a VCR attached
I've
to it
seen
with
that.
a shoulder strap, and then it was like plugged into the VCR, and then you like held the lens up, and it recorded into the VCR.
I've never heard of.
I've never
anything
heard of
They
that
were
either.
like, I remember that because they were like, "Oh, why put a VCR in the camera? You already have one at home.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
combine them."
that's the thing. That was also our VCR.
Yeah,
So like she would unhook it and then hook it to the TV, and that was the VCR. But then
That's
it was
amazing.
time to record. She'd put the shoulder
it
strap
out.
on and take it
is
out.
ridiculous.
It's
That's
so
awesome.
crazy.
I've
you
only
only have to buy one.
Yeah.
I've only ever seen the one that's just you put a VHS tape into it, like it's
Yeah,
just a
For sure, like
normal
a
size.
camcorder.
like a news camera and a fucking.
That seems like such a more pain in the ass. How does
Oh,
it
yeah.
get powered?
Pick a battery of some
Car
kind.
battery.
You start
Slung
the
over the other
car.
shoulder.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's probably a huge battery pack. I
that
assume.
lasts 12 minutes.
Rivers, don't run away from the camera.
Yeah.
Mom can't chase you.
Oh,
8
believe
minutes
me.
to learn soccer.
Believe me, I wasn't running anywhere ever.
No,
I was literally picking flowers and being like, dandelions, look at them. Speaking of childhood mischief, I got some breaking news out of Azusa, California. Everything in the USA from A to Z. Azusa. This is
does anyone actually?
Is that
does anyone-
branded on?
that
There's
was
not a lot there.
That was their slogan for years. That was
It really was. They said,
yeah,
And then they're like, we need to cut the crap, guys. That's not what's going
If
on
we're
here.
claiming that, we should probably have some stuff here.
yeah, everything from A to Z in the USA. Azusa, California.
Whoever came up with that would be a great meme artist of today. They would have so many good puns on their social media.
Yeah. Colleen Shelby writing for the LA Times. For the last decade, on North Enid Avenue in Azusa, authorities say that an unknown vandal has been shattering windows and windshields and almost striking some people by launching ball bearings. So they've had this mystery guy. I
don't like this guy
vandal.
so far.
Yeah.
If he was only breaking windows, that'd be one thing.
Yeah.
Ball bearings?
Don't be almost hitting people with ball bearings.
Yeah.
You're gonna fucking kill
Almost
someone.
hitting.
Wasting ball bearings.
Yeah. You could be building a contraption.
We need those for rollers.
You could do something constructive with your life, kiddo.
The damages caused by the serial slingshotter ranged widely. Some only received BB gun-sized pellet holes. Others had entire windows shattered. Luckily, throughout the decade-long reign of terror, no injuries were ever reported. So this has been going on for 10 years.
This guy's just having fun. Let him do what he wants. He's a vandal, but he's a nice vandal.
Someone, and I
works
like
for a glass company, I think.
There's a guy like this in Austin when I was growing up. There's a serial BB/pellet shooter just drive through like suburban neighborhoods and shoot out windshields, and it was happening so frequently. It was making the news and shit.
Police say they've been looking for the suspect since the very first attack over a decade ago. Quote, the Directed Enforcement Unit conducted a lengthy investigation and learned that during the course of 9 to 10 years, dozens of citizens were being victimized by the serial slingshot shooter. And I was like looking up, I was like, the Directed Enforcement Unit, what is that? And it turns out
That sounds like a gun.
No.
Take out your Directed Enforcement Unit.
That is the unit of the police that investigates crimes. You know,
I thought that was the police.
that's what it should. The entire fucking police force should be the
Oh, I
Directed.
guess there's patrol.
Well, so it's just the detective department.
These are the cops who, don't just drive around and harass people. They do follow up on reported
They
crimes.
follow up and then go harass people.
Yeah, and
direct
then-
their enforcement.
Yes. So, quote, it's been ongoing for many years because we just didn't identify who the suspect was.
That's
What a great quote.
That's a John Madden
That's gonna be an
style
issue.
breakdown of like
Just never
the
got
team
around
just
to
needs
it.
to score some more points.
The problem is we don't know who it is.
All of that changed last Thursday when police arrested the serial slingshot shooter,
Oh, shit.
Oh, here we go.
81-year-old Prince King.
Wait, his name is Prince King?
He's 81 and his
Pick
name
one.
is Prince King.
Yeah. Prince
What
King, of
the-
course
I'm
he's
the
got to
Prince
shoot
King.
people.
I'm a king, but I'm young.
Yeah. They gave him a complex. day
That's
one.
right. We stand a king, everybody.
Oh, my God.
Jesus.
Prince King.
So
I like how he has the dementia where he's just like, I'm a teenage man.
Named Prince King. You're like, that's not his name. It's,
yeah.
He should start tagging that everywhere too.
He has advanced onset Dennis the Menace-ism.
what did he have to say for himself?
So authorities say they found ball bearings and a slingshot in his residence,
That'll
and,
do ya.
and they believe that he was the slingshot serial shooter.
Well, that's just circumstantial, right? They don't have this guy for shit.
Who doesn't have that?
The funniest thing is when you watch the news report, it's literally just two neighbors just being like, yeah, I saw him shooting it all the time.
And I saw him shoot a slingshot towards our back. So I told my son, and he's like, no, I think you're misunderstood. And I was like, no, I saw what I saw.
You didn't want to come forward?
They didn't want to come forward, but also it's just funny that this has all been limited to one end of one street where like all it took was just a cop being like, okay, so the crimes happened here. Okay, what's in the exact center of this guy's address? It took 5 seconds
It was
of
on
police
his own
work.
street? All the shit?
Yeah.
He was,
Wow.
Oh, wow.
You kind of want to go
They
at
said-
least a street over.
They said that he was like hiding in his backyard, and like when a car would come by, he'd fucking either shoot at the car
He's
and
in his yard. He didn't even walk down the block.
he's in his goddamn yard, just firing ball
And for a
bearings
decade or something? How long
for
is it?
10 goddamn years.
So
Yeah.
71,
he was pretty
like,
young. Yeah, when he started.
It's pretty
You
spry.
know what would be fun?
He's getting too old
Spend
for
this
this.
retirement. just shoot.
Yeah, I got all these ball bearings.
Yeah, exactly.
Police said it was not immediately clear what the motive might have been other than just malicious mischief, but a
Yeah.
spokesperson added that the shots weren't just random.
Oh, there's a pattern.
shit.
Yeah. So
He was aiming at stuff.
What was
turns
he
out.
targeting?
just fucking people's windows. I almost said random, but they said it wasn't. So he was specifically being like,
how was it not?
be like, fuck this specific Chevy Spark.
Oh, so maybe he was doing it to people he
didn't like
knew.
Chevy Spark.
Yeah, he had lines he wouldn't cross, basically.
I'm not hitting metal, glass only.
Yeah. That bitch drives a Dodge Neon, and I know those windows shatter easy. They didn't treat him with heat the same way back in the
Nothing
90s.
tempered for me.
So he was doing it to people who were driving down the road. I
Either-
thought he was doing it to parked cars.
I think it was a combo of everything, because I was reading like the Facebook post from the Azusa cops, and there was people in the comments just being like, yeah, you know, you ruined my husband's window and shit like that when he was driving. So it's a combination of parked cars, cars in motion, and house windows
Yeah,
too.
you can
This
carry
guy's
that
a-
weapon around with you, mate.
Yeah.
fucking
anything
maniac.
with glass.
But it was all coming from the one house. So again, all it took was one cop to be like, this guy.
Yeah.
The classic where you actually use the little pins on the map
Yes.
and they mean something.
Get the strings, get the pins, and it literally just points at one possibility.
This is like most cop things where someone probably snitched him out.
Yes.
Finally.
Finally.
And then the cops come in and they're like, okay, we did an investigation.
Yeah,
They always do that. When somebody else reports something, they're like, well, we got to do an investigation. And then they just confirm what someone else told them. They're like, yep, we've cracked the case.
Yep.
I hope they throw away the key. I hope you die in prison.
I
Prince
feel
King.
like if he gets
Prince King.
any sentence, that'll probably happen.
He's gonna try to be
They
like
took my
he's gonna,
bearings away.
Yeah, he's gonna try to be like, I'm an old man. I don't know, and they're gonna be like, dude, you fucked up. He probably shot a judge's window on accident.
Yeah.
They're about to throw the goddamn book at him.
So King is being held at Men's Central Jail without bond.
God damn.
Well,
they're sick of this guy.
what he was doing was legitimately
True.
harmful
Yeah.
to society and
Mischievous.
possibly.
Especially if it's driving cars. That's
Yeah.
another.
Yeah,
it
it's
is
pretty
legitimately dangerous.
I would say he's a flight risk.
Yeah, that was the main thing. I was like, where's he going? Come on, Prince King. He can't get out of the country with that name. But yeah, he's scheduled to appear in court today. So
Oh, man.
Let's
Can't
get
wait to
down
hear
there.
him.
yeah, I know. Yeah, what are we doing
Yeah,
here?
let's go live stream at
Yeah.
the courthouse.
I don't know if you've heard, but in Azusa, everything from A to Z in the USA is right in your backyard. Explore and more.
Take a walk down the 900 block of Enid Avenue in Azusa, and you won't have to look very hard for evidence of the crimes. Some windows shattered, others bearing holes the size of a BB. One neighbor who didn't want to be identified showed us 2 bags of BBs he's collected from his yard over the years. The person behind the broken windows, unknown for the past 10 years until this week. Azusa police say it was a man who lives on the very same block in this house. Prince King. Investigators call him a serial slingshot shooter. His age, 81.
We are all in for Azusa. Learn more about how we're taking strides to ensure all who live here enjoy days like this.
Y'all, we've got our ungodly concoction for today. Or should I? Wait, I forgot. I always forget to do it. The ungodly concoction. Yeah, there it is.
Wow, you guys have gotten so
Oh, we got so much stuff
Wow.
going on. So for this one, I wanted to shout out Kit, listening in Scotland. They posted about this a couple weeks ago, and I think they found the sugar-free version of this in England, or in Scotland, I should say. Sorry.
Ooh, awesome subscribers.
fuck it up.
Yeah.
The numbers just went down.
And I also wanted to shout out Scott in Florida, who found this at Big Lots and then offered to send it to me. And I was like, you know what? Let me cruise at Big Lots just to save you the postage. And sure enough, at the Big Lots right next to the Cleveland, Ohio airport, I was able to lock down
I
our...
was
You had to
gonna
go that
say,
far.
Most of those are closed here.
yeah. So, George, go ahead and tell the people what we got for them today.
We got a let's get ready to rumble energy.
That's right.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Holy shit. Is this the officially licensed one?
Oh, yeah.
Because he has that phrase.
Oh, it does?
Oh, it
trademarked.
says
Yeah.
it says right here. Let's get ready to rumble is a registered trademark of Ready to Rumble Inc.
Yep.
Used under global license, not even local.
Which is
That's right.
by
Michael
Regal Branch
Buffer's.
Management.
Yep. So the website I found says that there are over 130 places to get this drink, and
Seems low.
none of them are in America. They're
seems
all in
low.
England.
Oh, they're just trying to be like American sports. You guys love wrestling.
I
that the concept?
Well, I don't know.
They like boxing over there.
Yeah,
that
yeah. It's probably because they got the Tyson Fury and
They
stuff.
invented the modern boxing
Hitting each
system
other in the
they
head.
use.
Yes.
The Queensbury rules of the way the rounds are broken up and shit. I'm pretty sure. Then everyone else got better at it than them.
The website says the legendary voice of boxing presents the heavyweight champion of energy
that right
drinks. This is from the website. And notice how many times they use this particular phrase. Our brand was built around a partnership with legendary announcer Michael Buffer, whose iconic catchphrase became the inspiration for our name and mission. With a strong partnership with Michael Buffer, our brand and design were crafted to embody the excitement and energy of his legendary announcements. Our close partnership with Michael Buffer brought a wealth of experience and celebrity stature to our brand, so they just keep hammering home.
the Michael
You know what's
Buffer
funny is
drink
that his
is all
name
he
is not on here. It's on the website.
Oh, it's got his picture.
signature
It's got his
is on
picture.
here,
Yeah.
but he's not named in print.
That's really strange.
And also, weirdly, that can says it's from Inglewood, New Jersey, but that it's a product of Poland.
I was noticing that.
Well, that's why it's
Unit
in Europe everywhere.
C7B, Inglewood, New Jersey, product of Poland.
So this is
It comes here in a tanker and then they bottle it in New Jersey.
yeah.
My favorite part about this is the Big Lots tag here. It says it's 99 cents, comparable value $2.48.
Yeah, that's right.
We're getting a deal.
We're getting a big deal.
A normal one of this is around $2.48.
They brought this all the way from Poland, England, Jersey.
Can you pass that this way? I
Yeah.
want to see. I want to check the expiration date. 'Cause oftentimes on these big lots.
Big Lots, good plan.
Yeah, they don't really go through. And
No, actually, it's still good.
still good,
technically,
right?
it's good from 2023 to 2025.
All right.
so we're
Hey, right in the middle.
good range.
Yeah,
It's
probably-
aged
yeah, it's
beautifully.
aged
Thank you, Michael Buffer.
perfectly. All right, I'm ready to do it.
Oh.
Sorry, I won't
Yeah.
keep us
I'm
up.
excited about this partnership with Michael Buffer.
Yeah,
we all
me
are.
too. I wonder where there's a big QR code. I wonder where that goes.
Oh, it goes to the website.
Oh, it looks like piss.
Oh,
it looks
classic.
like diseased piss.
Are we looking at a Red Bull ripoff? It looks like we're looking at a Red Bull.
I smell it. It's a
ripoff.
Red Bull ripoff. God damn it. Fuck off.
Oh man.
Fuck off, Michael Buffer.
And it looks like a pissy like Steel Reserve. If you
Yeah.
poured it into a
It's
glass.
It's less yellow and a little more brown than your classic
Yeah, it's got
Red Bull ripoff.
Thank you.
Smells like a Red Bull ripoff.
Yeah, it absolutely
Thank you.
smells like Red Bull.
I'm already not
Oh yeah, it smells
excited.
or like Rockstar.
It tastes
smells
better than
just
Red
like
Bull.
Rockstar.
It tastes better than Red Bull for
Man,
sure.
it kind of smells like the bathroom at a Big Lots. It's just like
Yeah, they're all
Oh, yeah, this
missing
is,
out this
piss
drink.
and urinal cake.
This is
They're buying
better
this
than
shit.
Red Bull.
This tastes like a Red Bull and a Full Throttle mixed together.
Ooh. I don't know that I've had a Full Throttle. Actually, I have.
We've had on
not
the
had a
show.
Full
Shout
Throttle.
out, yeah. Alexa sent me a Full Throttle hot off the presses from the Coca-Cola
Throttle's
factory.
pretty good.
Isn't there kind of a blue raspberry ring pop?
There is.
kind
There
of thing
definitely
going
is.
on.
It's like a more complex Red Bull. I'm going to say
Yeah.
that as a sommelier.
Wow.
It is a
The
little more.
technology has
complex.
advanced.
It's not just a Red Bull ripoff. There's something else in there, and it doesn't have the extra hard bite that I hate.
Yeah.
for the OG
Yeah.
Red Bull.
You know how the hard seltzers used to just taste awful, and then some sort of advancement was made in the last like 10 years, and now the alcohol
I don't
taste is
drink,
not
so I
nearly
don't
as
know.
bad. Well, that kind of happened. The old ones, like when I was in college, the hard seltzers they still had that real gross like malt liquor.
Yeah.
For sure.
Background
Yeah,
taste,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
now they
sure.
don't. I feel like the same technological advancement has happened with where Red Bull's still using the old tech,
Yeah.
and this is like a more refined.
I don't find it as gross as Red Bull, but it's still that same taste that I
it's
hate.
the same profile. It's just
Yeah, it's not as intense as a Red Bull, but it's still not my fave. I'm giving that nothing. That's a fucking nothing.
Oh,
No, you can't. You
Well,
have to give
'cause
it
it's a
more than
knockoff.
0.
No,
it's 1 to 5. I
It's a
thought.
knockoff.
Okay, fine. 0.76
Okay.
for America.
Well, for the
What do you
partnership
rate?
with Michael
But
Buffer.
what do you rate Red Bull?
Same. I'd said this before. That's the lowest I go, except for that update from last week.
I
But
try to tell people that I think the Red Bull is like kind of a 2.5. It's
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
what
I
you
would say.
it's because of its popularity you have to base everything
Yes.
off
Yeah.
Red Bull.
There's also some brutal ones out there.
Yeah, exactly.
you've had
That's
some
why
very
Red
terrible-
Bull gets it's a medium range energy.
Yeah,
drink.
yeah,
There's
I agree
way
with that.
worse ones.
I think it's because it's compounded with the disappointment that comes when I crack a can and then I smell the Red Bull taste. I'm like, well, fuck, you didn't even try. It's like
Yeah.
a disappointment, you know?
I mean, yeah. To me, this is a 3.
Yeah,
It's
I
not-
would give it a 3 or 4.
It's better than a regular.
Yeah, it's better
Red
than I
Bull.
thought it would be. Yeah.
Can I see the can?
Sub 1, not 0.
There's there's different. If I'm rating this on like how interesting it is and how new. 0. This is not anything new. This is exactly.
Yeah.
I could have a full throttle or this. I probably wouldn't even notice.
You're
really the
turning
difference.
into Seth talking about movies. All of a sudden. This is not anything
This
new.
is nothing
This is
new. We've
nothing
been
new.
here
We've seen-
before.
Yeah, it's retreading the same ground.
It's basically just a Red Bull ripoff. We're using the same
Yep.
characters.
They threw Michael Buffer in there
Yeah.
to fucking
Yeah.
jazz it up.
By the way, Michael Buffer got his famous catchphrase from Muhammad Ali. Believe it or
Wait,
not.
he didn't even
What?
come up with it.
Yeah. So,
That seems. It's like he just took.
He just came
heard
up with saying it long.
Yeah.
so Muhammad Ali's quote. He said, "I'm so pretty. I'm ready to rumble. Rumble, young man, rumble." And
went,
Michael Buffer then trademarked that phrase in 1992. And since 1992, he has amassed over $400 million in licensing off of the phrase, "Are you ready to rumble?"
White people stealing black man's art.
Straight up. Yeah.
Holy
Wait,
shit!
is it "Let's get ready" or "Are you
or
ready"?
let's get ready. Yeah.
Well, he added the let's
The
get ready.
knockoff brand energy drink is "Are you"?
Yeah. That's Triple H's. That I actually am just thinking of the DX thing. Are you ready?
Oh my god, that's so lame that you could just take a fun, cool quote someone said, then just cherry pick a part you like and make millions of dollars.
I just like that it's just Muhammad Ali just off the cuff can
Yeah, was
utter a
talking shit.
$400 million
Yeah,
phrase.
yeah, exactly. Most of what he said was $400 million phrase.
To be fair, he does say it pretty fun.
He does.
I will say he
Oh,
says
yeah.
it pretty fun.
He does
so he's
really.
bringing a little something to the table,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Also, I found out Bruce Buffer, who's the announcer for UFC, it's his half brother.
God, these buffer
Wow.
kids
Only
are
half.
all over the fucking.
Well, and they were like estranged for many years, and then Bruce Buffer and Michael Buffer reconnected when they were adults, and then Bruce Buffer became his manager, and then that's how he kind of got into
Where's
announcing.
the A24 movie about
Yeah,
that?
I'm telling
Fuck
you.
this Iron Claw.
Yeah.
Shit, I worry about the Buffer
the
boys.
the iron throat.
yeah. The Buffer boys.
Yeah.
Falling out,
what
getting
is
back
this?
together.
Is the half brother of a slogan?
It's time, right?
That's bad.
Yeah, that's
That's not a phrase
That
of
was-
any kind.
I would
Wrong
love if
half.
I would love if he was selling like alarm clocks and shit.
It's time.
It's time.
He's made his thing something else. It's that he wears a super flamboyant suit. Usually like a suit jacket
Really?
that's like iridescent or something. That looks like it's somewhat fancy, but also something no one would wear under any other circumstance.
Yeah. Okay.
And now his thing is, as he's saying the fighter's name, he starts wildly waving his hands in the air to exaggerate it, and then he ends it by fist bumping them. He punctuates it with a fist
You're
bump.
saying he's all visual.
Whoa.
Yeah.
whereas
The other
He's
guy's
his half
he's
brother's
become-
all voice.
he's become more of a
Fuck,
performance.
that's so cool.
Oh yeah, Buffer is pure composure.
Yeah.
I know Buffer mainly from the fact that he was the ring announcer for the main events of all the WCW shows from probably late '80s through early 2000s. So he would
know him from.
he would come out because Hulk Hogan was almost always in the main event, so he was usually announcing for Hulk Hogan, and he would always have to come up with new shit to say about him. So by the end, he's just going, he is from Venice, California, known as Muscle Beach, and he's just stretching
Just
because
anything.
It's more a thing about Venice.
he's
to be
out of
fair.
shit.
Yeah, not specific to Hulk.
Yeah,
They have everything from A to Z in the
Yeah.
USA.
that's right. Azusa, baby.
Are you ready to go to
I feel like-
Azusa?
It's time would actually make probably a better energy drink name.
Yeah.
It's not as good of a slogan, but I think it's a better.
It's time, specifically 5 hours. 5 hour energy.
I think Michael Buffer is credited, or himself claims he is the one who came up with the concept that when there's a split decision, you should read the deciding judges last.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it should be up to the announcer.
No, they didn't used to do that. They would announce the judges, and they'd just be like, Judge 1 says corner red wins. Judge 2 says corner red wins. Judge 3
So
says
by the
corner
end,
B
you'd be
wins.
like, we
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, exactly. And so it created this like extra sense of drama.
That seems pretty obvious, but
But it does now.
yeah, it's wild that it took someone to be like,
Yeah.
hey, maybe don't reveal it first and just have us have to listen to all
I
this.
think sometimes it's so obvious that it doesn't matter, but
Yeah.
other times it's like, what the fuck? It's like a reality show thing. You know, you're
Michael
like,
Buffer.
I don't know what's about to happen, and it's more exciting the longer they make me wait.
Yep. Well, shout out to Kit in Scotland. Shout out to Scott in Florida. Thank you for the recommendation. And
Scott and Kitland.
Oh yeah, Scott and Kitland, Kit in Scotland. What's up, y'all? Thank you. It was.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's, you know,
It's pretty,
fine if you
it's
like Red
pretty
Bull.
fine. It's pretty fine.
That's for the value for 99 cents at
for
Big
99
Lots.
cents. Here's the thing: if you like a full, just get it.
Yeah.
It's
There you go.
It's
Did you
better
guys
or as
rate
good
it?
as those ones.
Did we get a number from you guys?
Oh yeah. What are we saying out of 5?
Because you're not allowed to leave until you give us a number.
Yeah. We need the number.
2.5.
I think I'm going to go 5 in the grand scheme of
Wow.
things. Maybe 4. I think I'll
Wow.
go 4.
Wow.
Jeez,
Just
all right.
I'm going purely
Yeah, there's a lot of shit.
purely not about character plot and just like pure what would I want to drink if I need caffeine.
Wow.
I think I'm just going to 4.
You're a
How
Red
many-
Bull guy, right?
No,
No?
I only had because we had all those free ones.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. So
If I got this, there's energy drinks that if I got for free, I would not drink them.
mine's Red Bull.
Very few, but
Really? Like which ones? Do
and
you
this
specifically?
I don't
hate?
even remember the name. There was this one that was uncarbonated.
Oh, those are the
It
worst.
was so bad, and it was like $3, and I was like, why am I? And I got it, and I was like, oh, I've never had this one before. It was like syrupy cherry.
Was it 5150?
No, I've never seen it before or since.
That one was
This is like I
developed-
got in high school at like a random gas station. I was like,
okay.
oh, this one looks interesting, and then they rang it up, and they're like, that's $3.50.
Oh,
This
yeah.
was like in 2006. I'm like, what?
Yeah, they try to fail to enter the market all the time. These
Yeah.
new companies,
Yeah.
and we're the only ones who ever really give them the
Support
time
them.
of day. Yeah, we probably give some of these drinks more press than they've given themselves
For sure.
Yeah. Well, this one was carted off from a boat from Poland and dumped at
Yeah,
Big
you'd
Lots.
think it would. I think all the ones that kind of taste this way probably come from Europe, though.
Yeah,
it seems
it's-
like that's a.
I think you're right about
This
that.
flavor profile seems big.
because
over
they launched Red Bull over in Europe.
It's true.
initially.
Like Austrian
It's
or
Austrian.
something?
Yeah, that's right.
So they borderline love this shit.
Yeah, whatever this taste profile
they
is,
give
they're
this
all
to
about
babies
it.
over there.
Bad. Been chopping trees. I done something new for this fight. I done wrestled with an alligator. That's right. I have wrestled with an alligator. I done tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning, throw thunder and gale. That's bad. Only last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick.
Man, dude.
Yeah. Fast. Last night I cut the light off in my bedroom, hit the switch, was in the bed before the room was dark.
Incredible.
Fast.
Incredible.
And you, George Foreman, all of you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him. All of you. I know you got him. I know you got him picked, but the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
So one thing I know about George Coffey is George Coffey is interested in the skies. Taken to the skies.
Trying to take to the skies.
One of my
If anyone has any money.
one of my favorite conversations in the hallway here at Disgraceland was one day George asked if I had a ladder so he could get on the roof, and I was thinking that'd be kind of fun. We could hang out on the roof, you know.
View up there, man.
Yeah, we could be like a real life Replacements Let It Be album cover, just hanging on the roof. And but it was
Why would you think that? We live next to the highway and it's always hot as shit out.
yeah, but you know,
It's like the
The
worst.
roof's really better than that patio, though. to
That's
be
what.
fair.
The sun's going
a little
down.
breeze.
You know, a little breeze coming off the highway. It's a dirty breeze. Yeah, it'd be great. But no, it was to install a what was it? It was a radio device to listen to air traffic control.
Yeah, I forget if I was trying to do the one just to listen. Oh, yeah, I think I was trying to listen to the air traffic control frequency on a scanner.
Yeah. At LAX. You didn't ever get up on the roof, did you?
No, I didn't make it up there. Turns out there's a website that does it.
No ladders necessary.
You don't really need. You can just go to what is it? liveatc.net. I think it is.
We should
Oh,
check
okay.
it out right
Damn.
now.
Yeah, I'll funnel some into
funnel some in.
I'll bed it in like a radio station. We'll have it playing underneath along
do
with classical
LAX
gas.
Tower North or something.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, but no, I wanted to talk a little bit about your aviation journey because I saw on Instagram a couple years ago you got to fly a plane.
I did get to fly a plane. It's pretty. You spend like $100 and they'll just let you go up.
Damn.
Not by yourself. That would be crazy.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't want to do it then.
Yeah.
Let me go by
they let
myself.
you do a lot.
The power.
Yeah.
We just went up over like Van Nuys and turned around and then came back.
Do you have to have a license for that?
No, for that you just give them $100.
Whoa, that's sketchy.
That's
And then
insane.
some guy's
Yeah.
like, "Let's go." It's like 10 minutes long. Or
I don't
something.
love
it's very
that.
short.
There's
I
no
don't
drug or
love that at
alcohol
all.
test. You're like,
No,
let's
there's
go.
nothing.
You're like, you look like.
Is it one of those things where they give you? They're like, okay, you can take the controls, but they just don't work. They're not connected to
Yeah, yeah,
anything.
of course.
They're like, yeah, fly however you want,
Yeah,
bud.
you're doing great.
I think it's pretty simple. It sure
once
seemed
you,
like
like
it.
once you're going.
Well, here's the thing: is that there's the yoke that you pull in and out, and you turn left and right. But also on airplanes, they have pedals, rudder pedals for the rudder. And he took care of all that. That I think is the tough part. Is like because you have to, if you're making turns and stuff, you have to do specific like so you don't flip out.
Oh,
right, right.
So he's doing all the hard part of like, okay, yeah, you're turning a little bit, but I'm the one actually like correcting everything and making it go straight and.
So you're like
Yeah.
a little kid on his dad's lap, pretending to drive the truck.
Yeah, like you're still turning the wheel and it's still connected, but like, someone else is handling all the complicated stuff.
Did you just fly around Van Nuys, or did you go over the mountains or anything
No,
like that?
it was like 15-minute flight. It was super short. It was from Whiteman Airfield, which is in Pacoima.
So it wasn't the Van Nuys airport where
No.
Jay Leno keeps his cars.
No, it wasn't that one.
Damn.
They probably have it there too, though.
Yeah, I know that's
They
where
do a lot of flight training.
That's where the helicopters take off from,
Yeah.
the tour helicopters, because I have to pick people up from there occasionally.
Damn.
makes sense.
How
Yeah.
much is a helicopter tour?
Shit, probably a couple grand to do the full
Okay,
day.
let's pay the $100 then.
Yeah, just
and
do the $100
Do the
bucks.
sketchy fly ourselves one. Can you really see down when you're flying the plane, or are you
Yeah,
kind of
you-
just so focused on the?
I was kind of focused on what was going on because it was a little.
Seems like you should be.
Yeah. I mean, I was flying it after all.
Yeah,
But you
I
could
know.
see down a little bit. It was pretty.
My
pretty good.
natural instinct is to look outside the window of a plane and try to see the ground. So I don't know. I feel like I would like when you're driving and you like look to the left and all of a sudden you veer to the left.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I would do that
Totally.
both the going down. You know.
I'm a nervous person in general.
Yeah, you
There's no
just slowly
fucking
tilt.
way I could do any of that. I would crash the fucking plane instantly. I have bad heights.
Oh,
things
yeah?
That
Me
I
too.
never had a fear of heights growing up, really. But out here, just something about fucking being elevated. Sometimes, like going to Runyon Canyon, even was like, okay, this is overwhelming to me.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it really is. I guess I never lived in this kind of terrain.
Some of those hiking
know,
trails
so-
are legit sketchy.
Yeah.
Man.
There's
Yeah,
one
that's-
Switzer. I don't know if you've ever done the Switzer's Falls one. There's like one. There's a little section. It's pretty short, but there's just like a cliff.
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
side, and you're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And
That's
also,
horrible. My
always
worst
in those parts, you can tell it's like already slanted. Like the next time it
Yeah.
rains, this is
It's
just going to
just gonna
totally
go.
be gone.
Yeah,
Someone's
I
gonna have to
hate-
come
hate
back in
that.
here with a pickaxe or something. To,
Are you going to pursue getting a pilot's
I mean,
license?
ideally, but it's expensive. So
It's
so
expen-
once I get enough money. The cool part is though, maybe you can. One of the cheapest ways to do it is actually just to buy a plane.
Okay.
That's such a fuck you,
Because you
dude.
can get like a shitty plane for like I don't know, like 20 grand.
I don't
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
like this is
So-
like a car thing where you're like, I'll just buy a
I was
shitty
gonna
car.
say, I
drive
want a
around.
nice one.
Yeah, I want the new plane.
Yeah, yeah. Can I
The
have
new ones
one?
are like billions, but you can get like a 1974
Oh my god.
for
They're
like
like,
20
previous to
grand.
Yeah, we can't legally make these anymore.
yeah, yeah.
Like, this is grandfather did.
Previously
Yeah.
used by Leonard Skinner and
right.
Buddy Holly.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
come on, Rivers. Logical fallacy in the joke. Those planes were
Yeah, those are-
destroyed.
yeah. But the model, what year did you say?
I don't remember what year this one. This was definitely an
So
old one,
it's
but yeah, you can.
The Boeing back in 1946.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a Cessna 150 is the one you'd probably want to get. 150,
That's
152.
The Harrison Ford crasher right there,
Yeah.
right?
No, I think Harrison Ford crashed. He's
He
crashed
had like
several
He's
times.
crashed a bunch of times.
I know one of them was like a World War II
Yeah,
like
one of them was like a
Mustang or some shit.
badass.
may have been a Mustang.
Yeah, and he crashed it on the golf course, and
Yeah.
one of the top neurosurgeons in the world happened to be golfing right where he crashed. So he lucked out on that
They
one.
just gave him brain
amazing.
surgery.
Yeah, he immediately scrambled his brain.
I just saw a video right before this of in Australia, this the power went out on some Cessna, and the news crew just was in the air and started filming it because it was so low.
Oh,
and it was like flying like probably 20 feet above people's houses.
Ooh,
and they like I think almost tapped one of the hangars coming in, and they got on the fucking landing strip. It was crazy. Neither of them got hurt. He's a hero, Rivers.
Yeah, Rivers.
An Australian hero.
An Australian hero.
There's
They
not
have a different
like
standard.
Mad Max,
there's not many of them.
Crocodile Dundee.
It's been the other direction.
Yeah, most
down there.
George
aren't even
Miller.
good guys.
George Miller.
Yeah.
We
He
got
made big in
Russell
the
Crowe.
city.
Chris. Oh, he's from New Zealand.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, Australia.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Wait, who is?
people.
But didn't he make a splash in Australia?
Let's just talk about it. Fucking people in Australia were so quick to claim that guy because he grew up there.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
But
which
as
guy?
soon as Russell Crowe started
Oh, okay.
punching people in the face, all the Aussies was like, "Nah, he's actually from New Zealand." You know that? It's like, fuck off! You were trying to claim him, Gladiator,
true.
and now that the man's down and throwing cell phones at fucking hotel
Oh,
attendants,
now he's a Kiwi. Huh?
now he's a fucking Kiwi. Eat shit.
Yeah, we just told Australia to fuck
That's
off.
right.
Fuck you, Australia.
Telling you.
If you're
You.
watching, don't
I mean,
smash
yeah.
anything. Go home.
No,
Yeah.
and smash the fucking sub button.
Yeah,
turn on notifications.
bell or whatever.
Yeah.
Delete YouTube. and
Yeah,
never
smash
come
the
back.
sub button. You're gonna get some.
No, you're not. I'm going home with that. I'm going to the fucking transfer center around the corner. I'm going to leave with $4.
Fuck yeah.
I just saw in Jamaica a Spirit Airlines flight took off, got out over the ocean, and then told everybody prepare for a water landing. Because I guess the plane had like fucked
Holy
up,
shit.
and they managed to turn it around and land back in Jamaica. But they did tell everybody on board, "quote prepare for a water landing."
Oh my
and then,
God.
Hey, I'd rather have them tell me than be
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
hey, we
then
seem
find
really
out.
Should we prepare for a water landing?
looks
Turn to the guy next to you.
Yeah.
We should be preparing for a
I would
water
just,
landing.
I would need 100% certainty the plane is going to crash before you make that announcement. So-
No,
you'd
fuck
think
that.
I mean,
I'll put on
be
the little.
prepared.
I'll put on the
I
little
hate
life
that.
vest
Yeah.
and rip the cord.
Oh yeah,
I always think it's funny when they do the little explanation on the plane when the flight attendant, they go, they're like, oh, and if it doesn't inflate, blow into it.
Yeah,
And where
yeah.
they're like, oh, pull the cord. Why don't they have a dummy one where they can actually pull the cord?
Oh yeah,
I want to see it get pulled so bad. They just like take the cord. They're like, oh yeah, you pull this. You could do it.
Let me tell you, it inflates very suddenly. I know this because I stole one of those off of a plane when I was like 12, and me and my friends went back to the woods where we would
Someone
go hang
preparing
out.
for a water landing right now is like, wait, what?
Yeah,
Yeah, you killed someone for sure.
I mean, possibly if you were flying on a Delta flight after the year 1999, perhaps.
You had to do a water landing.
Yeah.
Well,
What was
You'd be
the-
so
we were-
fucked
What
if that
airline was the
case.
Miracle on the Hudson? now?
Well, I think that was United, but
Oh, yeah.
we were flying to New Mexico, so not a lot of
Yeah.
opportunities for a water landing unless you get in a very specific plane wreck. But yeah,
Which
we
has been known to happen.
yeah, you just land right in the middle of a tiny lake in Nebraska.
Yeah, why not? Seems like a good stop-off point.
Flat.
Would you rather have a water landing or a land landing? If
water.
given
Depends on the
oppor-
land.
Well, I would say if there's a lake,
Is the land made of Tempur-Pedic mattress?
if there's
Yeah.
a lake and then there's a land that's not really, it's not flat.
not great.
It's not meant to be a runway. Would you rather emergency land on the land or in the water?
If it's just
Probably the
land,
water's
then
better.
water. If it's land with big trees that have the potential to shred the plane, but then maybe slow
they're not
it down,
big. There's not big trees, but it's clearly not flat enough
Then-
to where it'd be stable.
then water. Got to be
Yeah,
water.
But okay, here's the thing about
It also,
water:
though,
you
depends
have to
on-
leave your seatbelt on, then you crash, and you're in a sinking airplane in the water.
Yeah.
What's
pretty-
the
Well, they
move
don't
there?
sink
Just
that
don't
fast.
fly. You just never fly.
yeah, just never fly.
Just don't fly.
Yeah, but
Can't trust
It also does depend what kind of airplane you have, because if you have one like a little one where the landing gear doesn't move and it's just always there, you actually do want to land on land. Because if you land in water, it just digs into the water and flips you over.
right.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
crazy.
But yeah, I took the inflatable thing to the woods where we would smoke weed out of Sprite cans and
Okay,
pulled the
fucking
thing,
A,
and then it went. And we were just like
immediately.
We were just like, and then we just took it off, and that was it.
Oh, you did it. You did it while wearing it.
Yeah, I put the thing on, and then you
Awesome.
pulled the thing,
Awesome.
and then it just went, and
Just like an airbag.
that was it. It was-
You weren't like we should go jump in some water and see if this works.
I committed what I think is probably at least
probably
a
a
misdemeanor, a federal misdemeanor.
How big are they actually once they inflate?
They're just like the size
Same
of a
size
life
of a normal
jacket.
one.
Yeah.
But it doesn't go all the way down to your
No, but
midriff.
you like strap it around yourself, and then it kind of is just sort of like a big ass collar thing. But it's I was a child, so I don't think I would have gone to jail. But man, it was for like 2 seconds of fun.
think.
We were just like, yeah.
They're actually on their way, so.
Anyway, my point is I was living on the edge.
Yeah, man.
Now you're the only one that gets to know what it looks like when you pull the cord.
Yeah,
right?
it's got the little paintball gun CO2 cartridge, like the classic
Oh, I
one.
see.
Or at least in the 90s it did. I don't know what the technology's like now. But
Before
It's
you
the same.
You gotta steal one. You gotta steal
the
another.
same plane.
yeah, we got to steal.
You gotta go back.
Oh, I'm sure they've got that shit locked down
yeah.
now. I'm
Yeah.
sure that's very not cool now. I mean, it wasn't cool then, but yeah.
I think it's pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
I mean, it was
Smoking weed out of
cool.
I heard about
cans.
it.
yeah, too. I'll
He's
think it's
just
pretty
smoking
cool.
fucking dirt weed and 2 seconds pop, just whoa.
Before you ripped the
That's
cord,
living.
did you say, I'm preparing for an emergency landing, guys?
Let's get ready to rumble.
Probably something stupid like that.
It's time.
It'd be a waste of a vandalism of a life
Yeah.
jacket if you didn't say some movie phrase.
Something
before it.
cool.
Somebody stop me.
Well, no,
not go
doesn't
in
Tommy
there.
Boy get stuck in one of those?
Does he?
Okay, and life preservers. These we may need. Although, what are the odds of us actually hitting a lake? My money says, if anything, it's gonna be a mountain. To inflate, put it around your neck and yank down on the tab. He's a big dumb animal, isn't he, folks?
Yeah, he's trying to do the demonstration. He reaches and grabs a child's one and puts it on.
Next time you're at the $100 airplane place, you'd be like, how much is it to let me do the fucking best
Like, we don't
thing?
even have those in here.
That seems dangerous.
$50? How much more?
Speaking of aviation, I wanted to share one of my favorite historical figures, who was also a man who
A Red Baron.
sought to take to the skies.
One of the best chefs of all time, too.
That's right. No, this guy is actually Austrian. So we're talking about Franz Reichelt, who was born in Austria in 1878.
Wait a minute, is this guy a Nazi? Oh, wait, I just heard that date. Never mind.
1878. No.
He would have been.
No. Franz later established himself in France as a successful tailor at the turn of the 20th century, but Franz had a passion that ran much deeper than tailoring. He was known by his clients. He was known by his clients to only talk about one thing: parachutes.
Pussy.
Yeah.
Jesus. This guy.
And then also parachute.
Yeah.
Also, sometimes parachute.
Sometimes parachute.
Do you know what this jacket will get you?
I was going to say, have you ever pushed a woman out of a plane?
Also, I don't think that's necessarily different from tailoring.
Yeah.
Similar lines.
Kind of similar.
If you're good enough, you could make a parachute.
Yeah,
for sure.
this guy sounds like maybe he was. I guess we'll find out.
So Franz had watched the rapid development of early airplanes with fascination, but he had read stories about plane crashes, and he became determined to help. This is always bad when you're reading stories. You're
Someone's
like,
determined to help.
I can help. So the tailor began to develop a special parachute. Though functional fixed canopy parachutes already existed, and a parachute had already been invented that worked in high altitudes, no parachute existed for people leaping from planes at low altitudes. So this is like a little problem, something goes wrong on landing and
Guy's all right.
got to bail out.
I like this guy
He's
so
not a
far.
Nazi. He's all right.
All right. Yeah.
No.
He was determined to help.
I think this is going to go well.
Oh yeah. He imagined something light enough that a pilot could wear it, and hardy enough that it could save the pilot's life.
He imagined.
Did he invent the squirrel suit? That would be.
Kind of.
What if a pilot was wearing a squirrel suit? They just decide to Mission Impossible, just
outta
jump
here.
out the plane in the middle of the sky for no reason. Would it work?
Yeah, well, Sam, that's exactly what he
Fucking
invented.
A.
right.
We'll put this up on our Twitter and on the
That looks
screen.
like he just has
Yeah.
a tent
people
that
can
he
see it.
couldn't put together quite right.
So,
It does look like a Temu squirrel suit. yeah.
Don't give him your, don't give him your email.
Yeah.
Don't give Timu your
or
email.
any
Don't.
job
Wish.com.
application website.
Yeah,
God
yeah.
damn, dude.
so, quote, "My new invention is like nothing else," he told Le Petit Journal. It's constructed basically half waterproof fabric, half in silk, and thanks to a system of rods and belts that one can control, the parachute deploys during a fall and will save the pilot's life.
Whoa, rods and belts were everything back in the day. You're like, how do we solve this? Gotta get some rods, get some belts.
That wouldn't have been my first.
Figure it out.
What could this parachute need? I bet a couple of rods there.
What's easy to wear? Oh, I know. Rods and belts.
Well, belts make sense. How else are you going to strap that fucker to your body? Rods. Maybe that's part of the wings.
Yeah. Gotta be some.
I'm with him.
He solved most problems.
Franz's early experiments in 1910 actually went pretty well, but he needed to make the parachute more wearable for the invention to work, and that's where he ran into problems. So enter the parachute suit. Franz's lighter, more wearable suits failed in attempt after attempt. Dummy after dummy was thrown from his Parisian apartment, and they all fell straight to the ground.
Just in his neighborhood.
Yes.
There goes Franz again, hurling dummies out of his window.
Wait, it's a dead body? Oh, no, it's a
People had to have hated this guy.
I would have loved that. I would have loved because he wasn't doing it like 3 times a day. And this is back before the internet, where you're just like, a guy is throwing something off the roof.
Yeah.
Let's go watch.
Pretty cool, yeah.
Just a nut testing parachutes down the street. You want to go watch?
Well, and then it got even better because the inventor tried one out himself, but ended up breaking his leg.
I was going to say, does he die in one of these fucking things?
Why would that be your solution? To be like, the tests aren't working. It's probably because there's not a real human involved.
Frustration.
These dummies don't know what they're doing.
I'm putting it on.
You need someone to manipulate the rods.
That's right.
So Franz was undeterred. Quote, "The suit has not yet had time to make contact with the air," he reflected. "If I had just 50 or 60 or 100 meters instead of 25, the results would be wonderful. I will prove it one day."
Jesus.
This is he said that after he broke his
Yeah,
leg?
so he jumped out of his apartment. I think it's like, 2 stories, and he just fucking broke his leg.
his legs.
And everyone's like, "Why'd you do that?" And he's like, "I didn't have enough room. I need more clearance."
2 stories.
the whole point of this
How much did it say?
The point is,
There's no way it was 2 stories.
I will
if
prove it one day.
Yeah.
He's bleeding from his skull.
Bone is sticking out of his leg.
He's like,
yeah,
I just need 100 more meters. And we'll see.
you'll all see.
I'm leaving you. I'll show you all.
So he was especially motivated to prove the worth of his invention when the Aero Club de France offered a prize of 10,000 francs to anyone who could create a safety parachute for aviators that did not exceed 25 kilograms in weight. So trying to find a nice light solution.
light,
He went to work.
Yeah, determined that he needed to launch his parachute from a considerable height to succeed, Franz began lobbying the Parisian police to let him test his invention from the Eiffel Tower.
Classic.
Oh, this guy rules.
That's going to be fun
Yeah,
back then.
this is
If you're
great.
doing anything involving height, you're like, come on, let me use the tower.
Yeah.
Let me use the tower.
literally-
up there.
What could go wrong?
What are we using it for? It's not.
Yeah, why did we even build it if I can't throw dummies in parachutes?
Yeah. So he's calling the police every day and being like, "Please,
I
just
don't know why the police are in
Yeah,
charge.
what you
That's
wasn't
like
calling him?
whoever
This
runs
guy
the
didn't
tower
own a
should be in
phone.
charge.
Yeah. Well, it said he lobbied the police, so he's writing letters, I assume. But at any rate,
Going
he's
down there.
he's actively
They don't-
contacting.
He's showing
think
up
the
in his
police-
suit.
Sending him emails.
Yeah.
Why do the police have jurisdiction over the tower? I don't.
Because they would
guess it's gonna
they
fall
would
on
arrest
fresh
him,
stuff.
right? It's like if he's throwing shit off
Yeah.
Eiffel Tower, so he needs
He
permission
is
to
smart.
do that.
He is smart in that way.
Yeah.
In that way only, it sounds like.
So after a year, the Parisian police finally agreed to let Franz do his experiments
Okay, I bet
from
this
the
goes
Eiffel
well.
Tower. On the cold morning, February 4th, 1912,
Oh, no.
Franz Reichelt arrived at the Eiffel Tower at 7 a.m. But
What an asshole.
Oh, that sucks. That's too early.
to the abject horror of his friends, he hadn't brought any dummies with him.
He's like, I'm doing it.
He was wearing the parachute suit,
All
Holy
right.
shit.
and he intended to test it himself. Quotes, "I intend to prove the worth of my invention," he announced. Everyone he knew showed up to the tower to try to stop him. So, like,
Wow.
he goes up there and he's like, "I'm
an
going to do..."
intervention.
Yes, quite literally. People were, like, coming out of the woodwork, be like, "Franz, no,
You don't need to
stop.
prove
Stop,
anything. You're fine."
stop.
Yeah.
We can go. It's 7 a.m. We can go back and get a dummy. There's plenty of time.
One French paper, Le Matin, noted at the time that Franz's determination to jump caused ripples of trepidation in the crowd that had gathered. And, quote, "Among the spectators, Franz seemed the only one who was actually happy."
Hey, well,
So
then let
this
him
guy's
jump.
like,
let this
yeah.
moron jump then.
This is going to fucking rule.
loves it so
He's got
much.
his favorite costume on. He got up early. Let him jump.
As the crowd below watched, Franz made his way up to the first platform of the Eiffel Tower, approximately 200 feet above the ground.
He dies, doesn't
How many meters is that?
I don't know. Tell us in the chat.
Yeah, press enter the number of meters.
Look, Americans only use the metric system for drugs, so we don't know.
I don't know. I wonder if it's the amount that he needed. That's why I'm wondering.
The crowd murmured, but Franz dismissed their concerns. Quote, "You are all about to see how my parachute will give your arguments the most decisive of denials."
He loves to declare and shit.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I have a declaration.
This maniac German just screaming from the top of the Eiffel Tower, like, "You will see."
But indeed.
You will all see. I guess Bohemian. Technically, he's Austrian, but anyway. The inventor turned back to his friend. "A bientôt," he said, meaning see you soon.
And he died.
Franz immediately plummeted to the ground. His skull, back, and every other bone in his body instantly exploded, and he died on impact.
Holy fuck.
Exploded.
That's
Where did all that research go?
The papers, the way they were describing it, were just like he was goo. His
Probably
it
not
was
enough rod.
and it's February, so the ground is frozen solid. There shouldn't be any give, but he hit the ground so hard that he made a 6-inch hole.
Oh my god!
In the winter,
He went down believing in his bullshit.
Yeah,
he really believed it.
That's
a good way to die.
That's why I like this guy.
Of a second there, where
yeah. Okay, he realized he was a moron in the very last moment.
But that's the thing. He died immediately, so
at least
he doesn't have that much time for regrets.
Yeah, just a moment of going.
just
oh,
a
fuck.
moment of it didn't work.
Probably like 3 seconds at most.
Yeah, it's like, well, that question got answered.
It'll open,
Bam.
I bet.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was open, but it just didn't
do.
It like folded over on him. You can see the video on YouTube. They filmed it. Somebody
in
got
1878.
No, this is 1912. So
okay.
Two frames.
Oh yeah, that's when
yeah.
he was born.
He was born in
My bad.
1878. Yeah,
Like what?
As an infant.
yeah.
He was 4 years old.
Yeah, 1912. They somehow had enough time of him up on top of the tower, being like, "I'm the fucking shit," to
Well,
be like,
like
"Get a news cam."
They had
pretty
time
cool.
where they were like deciding whether to let him do it.
Yeah,
all his friends.
Yeah.
They're like, go get a camera while they're figuring this out.
Right. They're like, "Oh, he's gonna fucking do it." So
Get a camera. Don't go get a dummy. Get a camera.
oh yeah. Also,
Horrible.
Perhaps the most tragic aspect of Franz's death is that it may have been in vain. The tailor wanted to save pilots with his invention, but in Russia, an inventor named Gleb Kotelnikov had already invented a knapsack parachute months earlier in 1911.
Damn. And he wasn't jumping off any buildings.
Yeah.
he did it the right way.
Did it the right way.
He did it the right way.
Like I said, it's on YouTube, but unfortunately the comments are turned off. So I was
Probably marked as
Probably
4
for the
kids.
Yeah, it is
yeah. So anyway, like we
Yeah, it
said,
rules.
died believing wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good
It's
shit.
time.
I love that
This
sort of
is
unearned confidence.
something.
Great. If he had said, "Let's get ready to rumble," at the He chugs
It's
the can.
time for my skull to explode.
God damn.
But anyway,
Yeah, that guy rules.
that's
I'm a fan.
Franz Reichelt. So
Fucking A.
Well, I think they got good parachutes now, which is
yeah. Well, that's a good thing.
How
You
much
could jump off the Eiffel Tower. No
going parachuting is probably more expensive than flying a plane.
yeah, I think it is.
Yeah,
That's dumb.
I know Joe Raines did it for his birthday a few years ago. I don't remember
he's
how much
still
he said.
alive.
Yeah, he's still around.
And he's dead.
He pulled it off, so it's doable.
I wouldn't want to do that
I would
ever.
never do that. No
Yeah,
one
no.
can
Yeah, I
ever
didn't like
convince
that.
me
that.
to do that. No, thank you.
George, you're a parachuter.
I don't know. Maybe.
Man of the skies.
It's,
Yeah.
The thing that was cool about the plane was that it felt like being on a roller coaster or something. It felt very solid. It didn't feel
Right.
like you're like a leaf. It was like,
Yeah.
this thing's like,
Yeah, right.
This thing's actually pretty locked
It's
into
doing
what it's
something.
doing.
I'm not just falling through the vacuum.
Like when it took off, I thought it would be all like wobbly or whatever, but it just was like, oh no, it's like even like a big one.
Yeah,
Kinda
yeah.
the same as a big plane.
Did you hit any turbulence of any kind?
No.
Just coasting on thermals out there in the valley,
Coasting
dude.
Around,
Hell yeah.
flew over Van Nuys and then headed back.
Damn.
Like, yeah. Well, always believe in yourself, folks. Shout out to Franz.
Yeah. Or I mean, maybe don't always.
Not always.
What if-
Maybe definitely believe in your friends occasionally.
What if me and Rivers?
They may have a point.
What if me and Rivers show up and we're like, look, we both got $50.
Yeah.
How about 5 minutes each? We'll switch over in
I think you
there.
actually can. There was an option to bring someone else,
Oh, yeah.
but there's only two controls,
Right.
and one of the pilots definitely going to want one of them.
So someone else is just like
Sitting
stuffed in the back. Yeah, with
But
the
you have
helmets.
to rent a bigger plane, so it cost more.
That's
but it wasn't
stupid.
that much more. It was like $40 more. or something.
In my opinion, everyone on the plane should get their own controls.
Yeah.
just
So that everyone figure it out together as a team.
Yeah.
It'll make it more fun.
Yeah. I was just thinking with this story, it's like we talked about Sam Patch obviously on the show a couple of years ago, and I kind of put as a button on that all the people that went over Niagara Falls in a barrel and stuff like that, which I kind of file under the same category where I'm not sure if I don't know how solid I am on this, but I am just sort of thinking it's like we could bring this back, assuming that if you're going to do something stupid publicly, as long as you put down a payment to clean up your dumbass body after it's over.
Yeah.
I'm kind of cool with it.
Give us the spectacle.
Yeah.
I've seen all the Jackass movies. I want to see the real
That's
stuff.
what I'm saying. Look, we're ending the end of the empire. We were promised bread in
please.
circuses. I want bread in fucking circuses. I need guys jumping off of stuff, doing dumb
Flying
shit.
their own parachutes.
Yeah.
I mean, they do have those people that do the squirrel suits that are like dying constantly, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Do they?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
They're not
that's
doing great.
good.
Yeah. I was
Not good.
Because they go like 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I'm
was
actually
it's not like
supposed
leisurely.
I'm supposed to squirrel suit right after this. That's terrible. To
I never
find
knew that
out.
was a real thing.
Oh,
People
yeah.
put on, I mean, I guess I can assume
Bring
what a
it
squirrel
up.
suit
You don't
looks
watch
like.
Instagram?
Bring it up. It's cool
I try
to
to
look at.
avoid.
It does look it does look pretty great. But they go super close to stuff.
Not all of them do, but I have seen the ones where they're like, "Look, I'm going to touch this plant while I'm
Yeah.
fucking doing it."
I'm gonna try to go through an arch.
Eat this carrot out of the ground.
Yeah. I always see these on like Instagram and I'm
Yeah,
like,
they're,
are they
way
real?
too close
They
to
are
the-
real. It just is so unbelievable.
It's so
to
crazy.
see.
Whoa, those
This
are
is-
real. Holy shit.
Got the Red Bull on the back.
This is fucked
This is
up.
why you got to support Red Bull. Rivers,
Oh, I
'cause
hate this.
They're the ones who.
Pay for this dumb
Look
shit.
at these morons. Wow. They're like
Imagine
the.
if this was you, Seth.
Yeah, it could never be. They're like,
Could never be
it
me.
could never be. I'll declare, just like the guy, like, I would
You
never.
do the opposite speech.
I would, exactly.
I'm going back down the
In
stairs.
fact,
You'll
yeah.
see.
You'll see. I'll sleep in my bed tonight.
I'll show you.
I'll wear normal clothes in the morning.
Would we both? Because I don't think I would do it either. But I would. I think I'm
Oh, I
also
can
way
never do
over
any
the
of this.
weight limit of
No.
what you would have to be to do that.
I
Do the
just-
wingsuit.
yeah.
Just get a really big suit.
can't-
Like this guy did.
Yeah, I don't know if you can be 230 and be doing the fucking wingsuit.
As long as it's a big suit, I probably.
I don't trust you. I'm gonna be honest, Rivers and George. I don't trust your opinion on this.
Listen, we got a big suit. Good.
Good.
We'll show you.
I'll see the weight limit for it.
You really got to get.
You
My,
wingsuit.
my mom
Flying
used-
squirrel suit weight limit. That's what I'm going with.
I'll add a little anecdote here while you're doing that. So my mother dated a guy who was a former stuntman once, and he would
Hell
just
yes.
watch stunt videos all day long in the living room and be like, "What a rush, man!
What?
What a rush!" And I'd be like, "You're fucking my mother.
What? Wait.
I don't want to know you."
Wanting to get back out there.
yeah.
basically. Like,
And he would just watch videos all the time and be like, "Shh, now that's what I'm talking about. Now that's crazy."
that
And you're
guy
like,
get back out there.
Yeah. He was, one time he turned to me when he was working on a car and said, "You know I love your mother, right?" I went, yeah.
Almost as much as I love jumping through a hoop of
Yep.
fire.
And then I was like, cool, bye. And I saw him at a grocery store like 15 years later, and I went, "Vroom," the other direction.
What? Oh, see, I'd be
I don't
talking
wanna-
to that guy all the
I don't want to
time.
know that, man. But yeah, that's my experience with this kind of culture. It's a man in his underwear watching VHS tapes.
So wait, he was out of the business.
Yes, but he loved the rush. You
Wow.
see. So he would just
That's
watch.
sad.
Wistfully
Yeah.
watching the.
Yeah, it's like a ex porn star is just watching.
Yeah,
tape
just
after
watching tape, watching game
Just
tape.
I
like
used to
that.
be in there, man. I used to fuck just
Be
like
in
that.
there?
You can't do that to yourself, man.
Yeah.
That's rough.
It was pretty pathetic. I mean, that's how you end up, I think, dating a woman with 2 children who has a drug problem.
Oh, come on.
Is, you're a sad man. Things have changed.
There's way too many pre-existing questions on here that are: can you skydive at 300 pounds? So many people.
Yeah.
have asked
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I mean, if they
300-pound
do
people
it
being
with
like-
2 people, then certainly one.
No, but you have to have another
You
guy
gotta
with
start-
you. Your
it's like a
first
chicken
couple
and egg
times.
situation where
I don't understand how you would be 300 pounds and wanting to skydive. Just as a guy who's been
just
300
looking to live.
pounds before.
Didn't you want to live back then? Didn't you
Hell
wanna-
no. I was like, I'm going to fall so goddamn fast. The parachute's not even going to work. Also, you can be like 265 in squirrel suit shit.
Hey,
they did say that.
Well, I don't know if I'm getting reliable
well.
information because it's fucking Google. But
Yeah.
How do you stop the squirrel suit? It just
You have to
eventually
you have to
lose
do a
the-
real parachute at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why it seems less like fun.
Yeah, I think you have to like pull up, and then right when you like reach
Yeah.
the top of the parabola, then you pull the actual
The
chute.
real one.
Yeah, something like that.
I would maybe do hang gliding. That seems more fun.
Instagram used to feed me these videos all the time, and at a certain point, I was like, I don't even know if these are real. I can't really tell.
The wingsuit, you're going so fast that I don't think you don't have a lot of time to do it, which seems like you jump out of the plane, you do the whole squirrel suit for like, I don't know, 5 minutes at most.
I mean, that's a lot of time to be falling.
But with the hang gliding, you can do it for like, if you're really good at it, you can do it for like hours and stuff.
Okay, I just checked into it too, so I could do it, but I would have to do 200 skydives before I hit the recommended amount to do the wingsuit.
Well, that's nice.
So that's only like $100,000 investment in trying to be a wingsuit guy. But did you see how cool that was?
You're there,
Pretty
not even
cool.
enjoying the skydives. You're like, I'm just here trying to earn my hours for the wingsuit. I don't even like
the
this.
fucking grind.
This sucks.
Just trying to get my squirrel on, honey. What are you doing?
Sun comes up and goes back down. It falling feels like flying till you hit the ground. Steady hard and I'll be there for you. Baby, I would be your parachute.
Folks, it's an election year. We've got a lot of bullshit to choose from, but, at least there's one guy that keeps entertaining us, and I'm, of course, talking about Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who we talked about on the show, claims that he had a mercury poisoning and a dead worm in his brain.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what killed the worm?
I think his brain, the power of his amazing brain boiled the worm. Yeah, the worm slid out medium rare out of his brain.
That is so insane.
The worm was like, I can't be eating this.
I actually can't
It's
be
not
here.
good for me.
Yeah. But we've got some new fun stuff with Kennedy. This is Rachel Sharp writing for The Independent and Jennifer Bendery writing for The Huffington Post. A claim once made by independent presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy appears to be a total fantasy. Uh-oh, what? He's full of shit. In the 1984 book, The Kennedys, An American Drama, RFK regaled the story to the author about a time that he said he was shot at with bows and arrows by indigenous people while rafting in Peru.
Why was he in this book talking
That doesn't
about
make
that?
any sense at all.
It's a book about the Kennedys.
And they were like, here's a side story with this.
It's a book. I love this because the author is writing a book about the Kennedys, obviously gets to the RFK part, writes the shit about the 68 campaign and the assassination, and then is like, what's his kid up to? And it's like, oh, he's fucking.
It's got to be bad to be a boring person in a celebrity attention whore family.
Yeah.
Yes.
You gotta make up some crazy lies to get attention.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Eating stuff with worms in it.
Yeah.
So RFK
Fighting natives in Peru.
This is like some straight Indiana Jones shit.
Temple of Doom.
Because this is from 1984, so
Ripped
it
his
is
heart out.
the year after Temple of Doom. And
He's like, wait,
what a
that was a
coincidence.
movie I saw.
I think he just thinks he is Temple
Yeah.
of Doom, right?
That sounds cool. I probably did that.
Yeah.
People are impressed by that movie,
Is
right?
that impressive? Because I probably did stuff like that too, I bet. Now that I think about it.
Actually, no, it's 1984. It's the year of Temple of Doom. I
So
bet.
he like walked out of the theater into this interview.
They had the interview after the movie in the projection booth. It's just playing behind him. So RFK claims that one of his friends, while they were rafting, was almost hit by an arrow, prompting him and his cousin, Christopher Kennedy Lawford, to heroically leap into action.
I like that the
Aren't you in a raft? What
names aren't
what's
even
the
good.
move?
Yeah.
So RFK and Mr. Lawford then supposedly lit a stick of dynamite
Okay, you're gonna have that on a raft.
Fuck yeah.
and threw it at their attackers, causing them to retreat. The story goes,
He's got my vote.
this is, I know,
All I needed to hear.
I'm kind of, yeah.
He's gonna throw a stick of dynamite at our
Exactly.
at all of our problems
They're
and make
going to
them
retreat.
retreat.
Yep, they're retreating.
Quote, this is RFK in the book. Lawford is standing there holding the dynamite, telling me to hurry. We could hear the Indians coming at us through the bush. We put a blasting cap and a fuse on the dynamite. As the Indian who was shooting at us stepped up to the bank of the river, I lit the dynamite, and then Lawford held it until the fuse had almost burned down.
Like a firework.
Yeah. Then we threw it.
Hell yeah. A lot of people love to hold sticks of dynamite that are lit while they're in a raft
hanging out
doing a battle.
It's like a Wile E. Coyote
fucking time.
Also, both of these people are just Kennedys. Like, the idea that they would be competent around a stick of dynamite is so funny.
Like, they're like, there's assassination attempts on our family. I've also had it happen.
This is
I was in a jungle. Listen to this.
This isn't even like it's Temple of Doom shit. This is like Roadrunner Coyote shit, right?
Getting shot in Texas. That's not shit.
So the dynamite landed in the water right next to the Indians. Then it exploded, sending water 30 feet into the air, and they all took off running.
Triumphant.
And never came back.
I was like, again, you're thinking of a firework. Dynamite is such a much bigger explosion than that, unless you threw it pretty far away from them. But they're saying like he lobbed it at them.
Far
it sounds
can you possibly throw it?
It sounds pretty impressive if you ask me. I think
that does sound cool.
That's how the story really.
I can't believe how he got. How did he ever get busted in this line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it was a regular story, I wouldn't be that
checked
impressed.
into a hotel and fucking DC during that time.
Other tales from Kennedy's Peruvian travels include claims that Kennedy used bows and arrows himself to, quote, shoot tree monkeys, which they then roasted and ate.
I was literally just going to say they strangled a leopard or something and ate him for 3 days.
Yeah.
They already made that part of the story up.
You know, the monkey had a guava in its mouth and they were like roasting it. And, you know.
This guy, don't run for president. Let's make a franchise based on this man's amazing
I like that
Peruvian
he's like,
adventures.
he's like, oh, they shot at us with bows and arrows, but I am also pretty good with bows and arrows. I actually was better than them with bows and arrows.
Right. When I threw the dynamite at that man, I inherited his bow powers.
Yeah, and Lawford was there, man. He was just standing there being like,
Standing
fucking
there,
do it,
holding
dude.
the dynamite.
Just do it, dude.
We've been ready for this moment, this whole raft trip.
This is why we brought the dynamite.
So did they also have bows and arrows to kill the monkeys?
Yeah, that's what he's saying, is that he shot a monkey, but then also they were getting shot at.
Why did they not use the bow and arrow back?
Great question. It's almost as like he has as many plot holes as he does holes in his brain.
Zero, because he's also lying about that.
Yeah, exactly.
He also refers to an incident where a drunk indigenous person charged him with a machete, quote, gashing him in the back. And
The next story is going to be about him using a machete appropriately.
no, the next story is him getting boiled alive. You know, he's in a pot. Yeah, this guy lunged down with a machete and gashed him in the back, but he was aiming for a straight up coup de grace at his neck. And that's when Chris Lawford jumped him from behind.
Stick of
They're a
dynamite.
duo. That's what makes it great. They're together. Lawford was there, buck naked with blood on his mouth.
They're a regular Indian Marion Ravenwood, you know.
I like that implies that he's like, yeah, he was trying to cut my head off, but he only hit me in the back with it, so I'm fine.
Yeah. Like, I think just a little nick in the back with a machete
with a
is
machete's probably
in the
gonna-
jungle.
Yeah.
Not gonna
Probably gonna be good enough to lay you out.
Lawford.
But yeah, Lawford jumped on him and took him out, wrestled him to the ground.
Yeah, he did.
Kennedy also reportedly, quote, kept eating strange things on this trip. From the book, quote, Bobby ate anything and everything. Even though he had a bad case of dysentery, he'd taken pills for it, but he claimed that the only thing that worked was a tincture of opium that he had brought.
Wait, you went there? He brought the opium with him?
Yeah, apparently.
I think you could get it locally,
Private plane, baby. It's Kennedy's. You know, he flew on that flew on that Martha's Vineyard Express straight into Peru.
This is probably the only part that's true.
Yeah, he did a bunch of opium. That's the part I believe.
Yeah. He probably just did a bunch of opium and hallucinated all
of course.
But they say he kept eating strange things. At one point, we were at some peasant's house and boiled rat was served for dinner and Bobby ate it. Not only that, he sat there with this weird smile and then he pulled one of the eyes out of the rat. Ate that too.
And they're like, this guy's cool.
Freak.
This great guy to hang out with.
Strung out, just being like, I like the rats. I like the rats. I'm the king of the rats.
Bobby, man, he's crazy like that.
Crazy.
I like how they also just don't even know what animals are down there. They're just like monkey, rat.
Yeah. Peasant's house.
Yeah, peasant's house. Yeah, I don't know. They're just fucking poor.
Yeah.
Who knows? Would they eat rats?
So Lawford has passed away, but RFK's other traveling companion told a different story. Blake Fleetwood,
Here we go. Yes.
a longtime friend who was on the rafting trip, has dismissed the tale entirely,
Wow.
saying that the river was calm and that the native attack never occurred. Fleetwood said that a number of Kennedy's other claims in the book were distorted or just pure fantasy.
He doesn't eat anything.
He won't eat anything. He's
He
very
was pretty picky.
He's very picky.
The book's author himself previously stated that RFK Jr., quote, had a bit of an agenda in his cooperation with them on the book, and that he claimed that he had, quote, a twisted mind.
Whoa. He sounds way cool.
I know.
Played some fucking electric guitar behind that.
This
shit.
is the Kennedy that's crazy.
Twisted. Oh no.
I do want to meet the Romancing the Stone fucking version of
Yeah,
Robert
yeah.
F. Kennedy. I need him to tell these bullshit stories because that's the thing.
That's
It's
what you
like
should be saying.
previously we just thought he was like nuts, but now that this suggests that he's also a fucking liar, it's like build him the
From
fuck
that
up.
far back, just making up
Just
nonsense.
get him on.
Nonsense.
I don't
Cheryl
know.
Hines is like, I'm taken by this man.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Have you heard his story about when he was Indiana Jones?
Yeah.
Oh my
He's a
god.
great improviser. He makes shit up all day long. It's great. It's really comfortable for me.
Man, yeah. So between the brainworms and the Peruvian, it doesn't mention a bullwhip, but I am just imagining
Yeah,
it. You
sure.
know,
That's part
he's
of
got
it.
the bullwhip.
Yeah.
He's got the revolver.
You don't have the full quote.
He's
Yeah.
got my vote for sure.
I want this book. I'm not going to lie. I really just want the unedited transcript of everything he said in the interviews that was quoted in the book about the Kennedys, but this shit's amazing.
That's amazing.
Each day, Robert Kennedy is surrounded by a lot of reminding that we must do something about tomorrow. Kennedy. 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 Kennedy.
I saw, it was Memorial Day. I saw the Mad Max Futuros.
Oh,
Fuck
so,
yeah.
so
As well.
yeah. Don't
It's,
tell me anything about it.
Loved
I
it.
mean, do you like explosions?
Wait,
Sure.
Wait, hold on. All of us have seen it, and you
I have
haven't?
not seen it.
Well, it just-
I haven't
just
had
came
time, and I've been
out.
trying to figure this out over the last 2 days of when we're going to see it. I think I'm going to see it Friday.
It just came out.
But I want to see
blame
this Richard Linklater movie, which is only in theaters for a very short window at the Egyptian Hitman, which will be on Netflix.
Ooh,
it's supposed to be fucking great. And I
About
love
the guy with the tattoo on the back of his head and he does a PlayStation game.
No, they've already made that movie like
No,
six
it's a Glenn
times,
Powell
unfortunately.
thing. But you know,
okay.
yeah. So I want to see that. So I'm prioritizing that.
Gotcha.
But
I
I'll
saw
see both.
Mad
of them.
Max.
Didn't you watch a bunch of Mad Max?
I watched the first trilogy.
Oh, really?
Oh, I did. I
that's
watched
fun.
also. I hadn't seen them before.
I
was gonna go
realized
see 'em,
I
and
hadn't either.
I watched the first and second one.
Yeah,
Awesome.
and the second one is by far the best one.
Yeah, that first one's weird.
The first one makes well.
I did not know what it was going to be. I was like, oh, this is
No.
probably going to be crazy. And I was like, oh, this is.
And none of them are connected, so it's like
Well, even within the movie, none of the stories are connected.
Right.
In
it's
every
just a scenario.
in every Mad Max movie, there hits a point where you're just like, wait, what's going on? I've been paying attention the entire time, and I don't know
Totally.
why this guy's doing this thing.
Totally.
right
Why
now.
is everything chill again?
And then they continued that tradition with this latest
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
that first one, they're like, oh, everything's gone crazy. The world's like, there's bandits everywhere. And then the wife's like, we're going to go get ice cream. All right, I'll see you down at the beach.
And then a bunch of dudes in gay S&M gear run up on them.
And then even after that happens, they're like, we're going to go to my grandmother's house or whatever. Like,
How are you
everything's back
living a
to
normal
normal
life?
again.
Yeah.
So that's funny.
Yeah.
The Tina Turner one is the worst
That's
one.
the worst one.
Well, out of the original three, I don't know. It might be better than the one I just saw.
What?
To be honest,
Really?
it had more charming moments.
Have you seen Fury Road though?
That's probably one of the better ones.
That's my
the
number
best
one.
one.
See,
Yeah, it's-
that
to
one's
me,
pretty good.
that one's not as good as the
That's
second
Road
one.
Warrior.
Yeah, because Road Warrior is more like they are doing stuff that is completely illegal, by like no insurance company would cover the
Totally,
movie.
yeah. Totally.
They're doing shit that's crazy, and
Yeah.
that's a little more interesting to see.
Yeah.
they kind of dialed back the practical effects
Well,
on this.
yeah.
latest.
Yeah,
Well-
Fury Road is still, you can tell it's like a movie with all the normal.
Yeah.
and it does have some of the generic, I don't know, sterile things all the new action movies have.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, they're at some grand place and the camera pans up and the
Sure.
CGI world. And
trillion
it's supposed
people
to,
and
yeah,
stuff.
it's supposed to be amazing. You're just like, God damn it! I've
the
seen this
second
in
one
every
is
movie.
like, oh, it's the first one, but now they have the budget to do crazy stuff.
Exactly,
But no one is really keeping them accountable yet.
I will say that is, if there is any continuity in the Mad Max series, it is that every movie, everybody involved has hated making them.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, so they filmed Fury Road in Namibia for real.
Yeah.
Like there's definitely a lot of digital stuff going on in that movie, but George Miller
There's
was
really
like,
not a lot. I mean, there is some, but
there's some,
not a ton.
but
There's not
they
a
were
ton.
filming on location in the fucking desert, desert. And then with this one, they just filmed, I believe they were filming it in Pakistan or India or somewhere in that area, it's, Southern Asia. And everybody involved is kind of like being nice about it. They're just like, yeah, this is quite an experience. Yep.
Well, yeah, the thing about George Miller is he's a really soft-spoken, sweet, like calm guy. So every movie's ever
made Happy Feet.
I know. Every movie's ever made, people are like, he doesn't know what he's doing. And it's because he will not share what he's doing with anyone. He's still very quiet and calm, no matter how fucking insane things are and how overblown the budget is.
Yeah.
And he never ever shows his hand to anyone. And then when they see the edit, they're always like, "Oh, that's insane. That's incredible."
That was Tom Hardy's story from Fury Road.
Yeah, about Fury Road.
Every actor it's ever worked with was like, it doesn't seem like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Then it's even Anna Taylor-Joy, like she hasn't really gone into detail, but some of the things she said has been vague, but it implied the exact same scenario.
Right.
I didn't really know what was going on, and I was covered in dirt and being thrown around a lot.
What the hell is this?
And this guy's just smiling, going, "Okay, let's do another." Yeah. He's just really kind. You're like, okay, what the fuck's happening?
I was talking to someone else about this movie. Comic Vance Sanders.
Oh, yeah.
He apparently also saw it yesterday. He made an interesting point that I didn't really think about. Part of the charm of Mad Max 1 and 2, 3 to a way lesser extent, was the fact that the fashion was all very punk rock inspired from the time.
Yeah.
And that does make it slightly more interesting for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Because now they're all in the classic apocalyptic, like,
Steampunk.
we all have rags on and it's all brown. And before they're like, we have mohawks that are dyed and
and crazy.
Totally.
Yeah, and that was like, and in the new one, only the super bad guys had something crazy going on. Everyone else was pretty normal. Sorry for the spoilers.
Oh, yeah. And then
Seth.
the other Seth.
I'm immediately forgetting
Costume
everything he
spoilers.
said.
The other non-spoiler is the opening does confirm that it happens in Australia.
Oh, is that right?
They show the Earth and then they zoom in on
shit.
Australia.
Oh, really?
So it's like,
That's awesome.
confirmed this is Australia.
Well, that's there's this great book about the making of Fury Road called what's it called? Chrome and Blood or something. Chrome and Blood, yeah, that's what it's called.
That would make sense.
Yeah, something like that. But
Blood
anyways,
and Chrome, probably. I would say.
Blood and Chrome. There you go. Better.
I was like,
title.
that seems like a better way to put those two.
You should get into publishing. But that book has an insane account of how they made the movie. But, the whole thing was they never wrote a script. They just did these detailed comic book art storyboards and they hung them up around a room and went in a circle all the way down, basically. And you had to come in and start and then just read the whole script.
Fucking
in a
madness.
circle with images. And then you'd be like, okay, cool, I'll do it. Or whatever.
Yeah, George Miller said something about that where he's like, I don't really want the dialogue to even matter.
Yeah, totally.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's just like, that's the thing that's kind of cool about it. They've become these sort of like graphic novel, like live graphic novel things where it's just about the design.
Right.
And they
first
wrote
one, there's like very little dialogue
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Which is especially confusing with that one because you're like, what is supposed to, who are these people?
Yeah, totally. I think that was just like blew people away because it was so fucking violent and it was so out of nowhere. You're like, no one ever seen Mel Gibson before.
Right.
The car chase scenes are legitimately cool too.
Yeah,
They're
absolutely.
really good.
Yeah,
they're
they're
not.
fucking
It doesn't
awesome.
seem like a boring car chase.
Yeah.
Like in a lot of chase scenes.
Yeah, because you could tell they don't have the budget to not do it for real. Yeah. So it's like, all
Set
right,
the budget to soup up some cars and paint them yellow.
And then it's like, let's find a flat ass place where we could just actually gun this shit as fast as possible.
And I do want to say Mad Max 1 has the best beginning to any Mad Max, where some guy's looking through a sniper rifle watching two people fuck in a field. Instantly, as soon as that happens, you're like, oh, this is going to be a fucking good one.
Weird. That's awesome.
That's the buy-in. They're like, all right, well, let's see what you're laying down. Y'all, we have time for just one more segment, and of course, this is our jam of the week.
Come on, feel
Don't waste any time with "Come On, Feel the Noise."
Yeah,
Fucking
that's
do it.
right. Oh, this is motherfucking Quiet Riot,
And
baby.
it's spelled
Man by City.
the porn way.
Oh, it is spelled the porn way. It is
Can't do that.
absolutely spelled. Come on, feel the noise.
Can you do that?
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
back then,
C-U-M.
back then people didn't know.
Oh yeah,
It wasn't
insane.
I don't think it was a popular
Well,
term exactly.
and they spelled noise with a Z just to conceal. They're like, oh, we're misspelling
One of
everything.
One of these words will catch on.
Oh, the
Yeah.
fucking album cover is unbelievable.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're gonna talk about that that mask here in a second.
Jason in a straight jacket.
Yeah, this is of course Quiet Riot's off of their 1983 album Metal Health. Which
God damn, this is like a Weird Al record.
this was like a Mandela effect thing for me because I was like, it was mental health. But then apparently I've just been reading this album cover wrong for my whole life. But
You try to legitimize
Come on,
it.
they're better than that.
Well,
they
Health
came
is
up with a
pretty good.
clever little pun.
well, no, he's in a straitjacket, you know?
That's the
Yeah, but
pun.
it's the
I
Metal
know.
Health.
Metal
green
Health.
pants on.
Yeah.
Why's he wearing green slacks?
Those are the hospital
That's crazy.
issued-
in a red leather jacket, straight jacket.
Those are the hospital issued
Fucking
pants
A.
that you can't hang yourself with.
I just love that some designer made that, pitched it, and they were like, "Fuck yeah, that looks awesome."
Yeah.
Maybe make his pants green.
Yeah. So Quiet Riot, they're a LA band. They're from right here in Los Angeles, but this song is a cover of the British band's Slade. This is a song by Slade from like a decade earlier.
Did they spell it all come down?
Yes, Slade is the one who spelled it C-U-M on Feel the N-O-I-Z-E.
Well,
that
the
is
UK,
that
who
is
knows the
Slade's
reason
fucking
original.
fault.
Is that song
It's
better?
not offensive over there.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. They're both this song. They're both dumb, but there are so many actually guys in the comments being like, "Actually, this song is by Slade." Like, I'm not exaggerating. I would say 50 to 60% of the comments are people pointing out that this is a cover.
Are just the actually
Well,
guys
and you're like,
on YouTube.
Look, scroll
Yeah,
any
just-
era.
Everyone's got the internet. They wouldn't be clicking on this.
What are the
They can
comments on
find out?
on Slade's video?
I didn't check Slade's video.
Have you checked out the cover?
Yeah, have you seen Quiet Riot?
It's like, oh, this is actually an original.
Yeah.
Actually,
course
this is
it is.
original.
So I filtered out most of those comments because, my God, it was almost all of them. But
Yeah, let's get to the angry rednecks.
I did find some gold here. So
Yeah.
let's go into it now.
This is my favorite part of the podcast.
This song has 37 million views, 12,001 comments, and I read every goddamn last one of them. So now let us dive down into
So now
the.
you need to be in a straight with green pants
you
on.
should definitely put on some green pants.
Metal Health.
I took a mental health day yesterday,
That's
boys. So first up, Mateo Vivian from 8 months ago. There's nothing better.
Is that the username?
That's the
I am Mateo video from 8 months ago.
yeah. Mateo Vivian from 8 months ago. There's nothing better than lying in your bed, listening to some legendary rock songs, and being drunk.
There's nothing better.
Nothing better.
Let this lonely drunk. He found his comfort
Yeah,
situation.
it's nice though to do that hammer. You're just kind of like, man, this is kind of beautiful.
Yeah, definitely.
You and I like metal and decapacitation.
I want to see his comment from 90 minutes later when he's like lonely. He's like,
when
God
he's
damn it, I'm at home because all my
mad as
friends
hell."
don't answer my calls.
Damn
It
it.
was a stunt man again.
Yeah, exactly. What a rush, man. What a rush.
My computer died because I drooled on it again.
Oh my god.
Mitch Ho from 5
Bitch
years
hoe,
ago.
You bitch
Hell yeah,
hoe.
dude.
You bitch hoe. His whole life he was called a bitch hoe.
He says,
That's his comment. My whole life. But
Come
this
on,
song
feel the
gives me hope.
I can't get any respect as the child of Don Ho, the singer from the 70s. Mitch Ho from 5 years ago. I still drive around town in the Quiet Riot mask I bought in their concert many years ago.
That
Do
mask?
that.
Yeah, so
He's
it's
like the fucking ball bearings guy.
yeah,
It's like a Dr. Doom,
It's a
but like
Hannibal
plastic or
Lecter
almost.
kind of thing.
yeah. So for hip hop fans, imagine MF Doom's mask, but with no,
Sure.
you can't see his mouth. It's like MF Doom mixed with Casey Jones from Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, that's what I was
The
thinking.
point is, it's
Green
scary.
pants.
The point is, this guy probably gets reported a lot for driving around town in this
Also,
fucking scary
seems
mask.
like it would impact your ability to see.
Yeah, that too.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still drive around with it on.
Oh, and the police are like, well, if it isn't bitch ho.
This guy's got a similarly great name. Steven69 Ho Nanny.
Ho nanny.
Yeah.
What the hell does that mean? I'm a nanny for hoes. I take care of them. Change the clothes, burp them, put them to sleep.
I burp hose.
Ho nanny. That's what they call me.
That's what his bumper sticker. I burp hose.
Burp hose.
Hoot nanny with a ho nanny.
Says, takes me back to 1983, but I could be off. Ecstasy. I don't do drugs anymore.
Wait, what year was it actually
does any of
released?
that
It was
mean?
from 83.
That was a poem.
Yeah.
He's not off.
He's not off.
He didn't Google the easy thing to Google. He's like, I could be off. Anyways, back to commenting.
Mr. Dude from 5 years ago.
Mr. Dude.
Wow, that's a pretty original name.
These are good fans.
He's not Mr. Dude 1 or 2.
Yeah, he probably was.
The
but
Mr. Dude.
yeah. Says, my ex once asked me, why are you so happy? And I said, it's the fucking solo. God damn it. It's just so pretty. We're still good
Sound
friends, by the way.
happy.
We're still good friends, by the way.
Well, the solo is pretty
Yeah.
important with a solo.
Nah, I don't know how to do that.
Pretty solos like Bohemian Rhapsody or something.
Yeah.
That's such a girlfriend question to just be sitting there enjoying a song and her just looks at, why are you so happy right now? Please
Because you
tell
ain't
me.
talking, bitch. Call up the ho nanny.
Get her out of here.
Get out of here. Go hang out with the ho nanny.
James Horn 1 year ago. I love the new Quiet Rioters. There's so many nice assholes in America. I am proud to know all of you, my dear fellow Americans,
Yeah, that's not.
with your feelings and problems that we all have to deal with in hard times. Bless you, nice people, for taking to me that way. Have a nice day, America.
Wow.
This is whatever, like,
Really
GPT.
neat.
That's like your
That's my
catchphrase.
thing. I just addressed all of America at one time.
He did your catchphrase.
Yeah.
Have
well,
a nice day.
Thanks for talking to me that way. Or whatever he said. America, you know?
That's like whatever GPT-1 was.
Yeah.
It's just
Doesn't really make a lot of
Quiet
sense.
Riot equals America.
It's GPT-1 and Google AI now,
Yeah.
where it's telling people to eat one rock every day. Shit like that. The Wallace family from 2 years ago. Who cheated?
Wallace family.
My sister took me to my first concert back in '86. It was these guys, Wasp, and one other. During one of their songs, a goddamn raw chicken suddenly landed at my feet. What the fuck, right? So I picked that bird up and I tossed it back at the stage. I just missed Kevin's head and it landed in the middle of the kick drums. Couldn't get any better.
Fucking hey, that's good stuff.
I picked up that bird.
Man, that must
What
have felt,
the fuck? Who threw this
Yeah.
raw chicken? Might as well do the same thing.
that must have felt really cool. When you're like, I was a part of something that night.
But that's also one of those, like, who brought this and why?
yeah.
What fucking asshole was like,
People who, like,
I'll
dropped
find
it.
a way to cook it.
Yeah, songs would come in the fucking title. Not surprising.
So this one, let's see.
What are the verses of this song like?
Wild, wild, wild.
Come on, feel
Come
the
on, feel
noise.
the
What happens
noise.
in the verse?
That's one of the main
Girls,
things.
rock your boys.
Right, but then what happens?
We get wild.
Then what happens?
And then they go-
They get wild.
There you go. It was
You
a
walked right into
Tuesday
that?
night. I was drunk. Like, what happens after the lead in?
This was back when you could just write a song
could
about
just do-
partying.
yeah.
What's the song about? Just being a fucking party
Just party,
maniac.
just-
Hell yeah. Jeff Christofouli from 1 year ago. I'm a mean go-getter.
Yeah.
I love this song too. Guess who created it? I did.
Oh, that's great.
This is the guy from Slade or whatever it was.
yeah, he's the lead singer.
I created it with all this anger. I can't wait till you see how I live my life every day.
Oh, I can't
Took
wait.
this long?
I can't wait to see.
I think this is a credible threat, actually.
This is from a year ago?
Yeah.
We should see if he has a YouTube channel.
No, I looked at it. He's got a playlist that's pretty devastating in terms of his character.
This comment on all of them.
Oh, no.
Let's see. This is the section that I've just labeled "come." So as we mentioned, there's
Oh, yeah. They're gonna be like, dude, what's cool about it?
yeah.
Is they spell it fucked up porno style.
Fucked up.
Well, I mean, in a cool way.
It's not.
I think it's fucked up in the super cool way.
Just diluted from 6 years ago. I was fucking 5 shouting this song in my room, not knowing it was about hardcore sex.
I don't think it's about hardcore sex. Just because
It might be about
is
sex,
it?
Maybe.
but I don't know about hardcore sex.
Yeah, it seems like it's like jovial, slam some
seem
beers,
pretty-
and
yeah.
fuck your friend's wife
Rock
or
your
whatever.
boys. It's not girls rock any boy. It's a specific boy. It's
Yeah.
monogamous.
Bowtie Bender William Dawson from 2 years ago.
I don't know what that means. It's a side hustle.
I didn't know they could be that long.
Says, I bought the 45 record when it came out, and I played it constantly until the day my wicked stepmother read the spelling of this song's name. Come on, Feel the Noize. Best 3-month grounding I ever got from that bitch.
Wow, this is a grown man still mad about
Bitch.
getting
My mom's
grounded.
a fucking bitch.
Bitch.
Oh, I love when she grounded me.
Ballad 22,
Oh, man.
22
It would
12.
be funny to listen to the song and just be like, this reminds me of how much of a bitch my mom was.
Yeah,
This song's so fun.
yeah,
It's a
man, I think you
triggering
need
song
therapy.
to me.
Yeah, you need to talk to someone.
Ballad 2212 from 5 years ago. My evil cousin explained to me the meaning of the word cum being spelled C-U-M when I was 6.
Why, is there something about the algorithm that they're like, you gotta put an adjective before you mention a family member? It helps.
My evil.
It boosts engagement.
That's right.
This is a section, surprisingly, that I've labeled The Lord.
Hell yeah.
Be Lovely, the Love of God from 2 years ago. Heavy metal music is the only music we have left that does not promote the sodomites and those who take life. Thank God for metal tunes.
What? How's that related
I
to
was like,
Christianity?
how did metal do a
Yeah, also-
180
It's all
Yeah.
devil music.
from being the devil's music to
No,
now?
not like this hip hop.
the main devil music.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, speaking of hip hop,
Oh yeah, that's what it is. It's some weird racist
Yeah,
shit
some
where
weird-
he's like,
This is the only one.
sodomites.
speaking of hip hop, PP Lasica from 7 years ago. Dear Father God, please destroy rap and bring back real heavy metal
all weird racist
This is
shit.
all what it's gonna
Yeah,
be.
yeah,
so that we can be happy and listen to real music.
yeah.
God,
Listen to it right now. You are.
You're doing
on
it.
here doing it.
God, please touch the heart of Donald Trump and make him stop rap and give him the power to bring back real heavy metal music to the people. Thank you in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Man,
I don't know why
that
you
sucks.
need to get a middleman in there to cut out rap. It's like, please cut out rap. Also, if you could do it the specific
wants to make
using
it.
him,
Stop
and also
rap.
you're gonna need to give him the power to do it. Also,
Make it illegal. Make rap illegal
Stop
again.
the rap.
Last two here. Bold Ozas from 5 years ago. The radio was playing this song. And by the way, this is a theme of all this like kind of music. This always happens.
In the
This
comments,
exact
you mean?
thing.
This
in the
kind of comment,
this scenario
comment.
has happened in so many comments of songs just like this. Bold Ozas from 5 years ago. The radio was playing this song back in '86. I was making power slides, driving on rainy tarmac. The song came on, and I pressed the pedal to the metal.
Yeah, this is like a
that sounds like it's his job that he makes power. I was in a factory making power.
This is a Robert
signs.
Kennedy Jr. story. Like then the peasants came out of the woodwork and I
Trying
had
to feed me a rat.
rip their teeth out one by one with my penis.
He says, I pressed the pedal to the metal, and I crashed into a butcher's shop.
He gave me a steak and said, "Keep on rocking, man."
Fortunately, it was night, and the shop was closed. That cost me 2 front doors, 1 rim, and a shock absorber, and of course the front of the shop and the window. ...
Damn, he paid for
So
it
you're
all.
Run to
saying there's a
business.
large car crash contingent on these.
There are so many of these, George, where people say that they are listening to whatever song we're listening to at the time of a badass car accident that they
Yeah.
lived through.
Fuck yeah,
There's
Mad Max type
There's
shit.
been 2 specifically that were like, I lit up a cig and walked away from the smoking ruins of my car. Like it is down to like that
Yeah,
specific.
they,
of like,
they think they are Mad Max.
yes, they think they're
Really cool.
yeah, my life a damn vanishing point. You know.
Oh,
Also,
my
that could be
God.
GTA also.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
think I have done that in.
And finally, this one is from Brian K. Hunt
This fucking song.
from 5 years ago. This is the best love song ever. A man named Dwayne Johnson sent his beloved wife to the afterlife with this song in a meth-fueled death party. Seriously, just look that up. Just Google meth-fueled death party. There is no better love story, and he is absolutely correct.
Wait, what?
That's all you needed to Google when it came up?
In 2019,
didn't have to put
meth head party time?
Meth, if you just the phrase meth-fueled death party, this will come up. In 2019, a man in Minnesota named Dwayne Johnson, no relation, broke his 69-year-old wife out of a nursing home after she had suffered a stroke and 2 heart attacks.
Well, this is dope.
She wanted to die at home and go out with a bang. And so her husband broke her out of the old folks home, and they proceeded to have sex and smoke meth for several days while repeatedly listening to the album Metal Health by Quiet Riot.
All right.
Now that's soulmates right there. That's how it works.
She died. Officers arrived at the Johnsons' home and found the words Death Party, spelled P-A-R-D-E. God hell.
They're fitting the theme. I mean, you can't spell it correctly.
On the way out, baby, we're going to misspell all these words.
It says Death Party, God hell, spray painted on the front door. A naked Johnson ran outside to meet the police and said that his wife was indeed dead. He pled guilty to criminal neglect and went to jail. Love is real, baby.
Doesn't sound like he was neglecting her, I'll tell you.
No, hell no. He was paying
He hooked her up.
very specific attention to her. Boy, but yeah, love is real, guys. And that is Come On, Feel the Noize by Quiet Riot. Our jam of the week, baby.
Bitch stepmother fucking didn't like it.
Seth Pomeroy, where can people find you on the internet?
It's Seth Pomeroy on Twitter and Instagram. And, I don't know the fucking YouTube thing for my first. Oh, yes, I do. So
Classic. One time I met a guy at an open mic where he's like, follow my YouTube channel. And I was like, okay, what is it? And he's like, I don't know.
Just type in my name and the video that got the most attention. Totally. Okay, so it is YouTube / First Impressions SP.
All right.
And those are better than the Instagram ones because they're more immersive.
We'll link it in the show description on the audio version. Well, follow Seth. George, where can people find you on the internet?
People can find me at George Coffey on most things except Instagram, where it's Coffey Grams.
That's right.
Also, Coffey is COFFEY.
Yeah.
And you should also check out my parody of the Metro Transit Agency. That's at localmetro.net. You can find it all over.
We'll find it. We'll link it. We'll do the thing. Well, thank you guys for being here. Sam, where can people find you on the internet?
Sam Harder 666 on Instagram. Slam Harder on Twitter.
Fuck yeah. Follow Sam.
Yeah. Follow the Goods from the Woods YouTube page.
Oh, yeah. So
you smash the thing.
Smash the like.
Smash
You better
the
smash it.
Drive your car
I'll
right
find
into
out
it.
if you drive your car into a well-listened.
Drive your car
Feel the noise.
into the like button. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Rivers Langley. You should follow the show on YouTube, and there's something in it for you if you do. Subscribe, do the whole damn thing, and then I'll send you some foreign money. It's some energy powder. It's fucking comedy koozies.
Energy powder.
Oh, yeah. Real
That's
energy
cocaine,
powder.
folks. Real deal cocaine.
No, not that bullshit. I'm talking about the real uncut fucking Celsius, biatch.
That's name brand.
That's right. If you are watching this, you're already supporting our show in the best way possible. That is patreon.com/thegoodspod. Buy a shirt, prowrestlingtees.com/thegoodspod. Second best way to support our show, head to Apple Podcasts, rate, review, and subscribe. Show the attitude of gratitude, because if you do not have the attitude of gratitude, daddy, you're going off the Eiffel Tower in a wingsuit. The Goods from the Woods was recorded and edited by me, Rivers Langley. You can find our show on Twitter at The Goods Pod. Our theme song was composed by Jonas the Space Cowboy.
This was a Brain Freeze podcast.